Music sounds better with you. How are we all doing, folks? Do you know what? I love that track. And that song, I'm not kidding, folks, that song is absolutely synonymous with being here tonight. Because I tell you what, folks, as much as I love doing all my videos and I love doing, all sorts of stuff from my magazines, my reviews, my speed builds and all that sort of thing. The best thing, the absolute 100% best thing I do all week is spending my time with you folks on a Friday evening, on London Bridge Bricks, on London Calling. I'm super grateful for you to be here. And I'm also super grateful for all my friends that are hanging back there in the green room behind me. I say behind me, it's always a virtual thing. It's always over there on me. I guess because I'm kind of ambidextrous. I kind of look to the left sometimes, or sometimes I look to the right. Who knows anyway? But anyway, how have you all been? What a week it's been, eh? We've had Mario coming out of everybody's ear rolls. We've had the 501st Trooper Pack. That's been out there. I might even do a review on that one this weekend myself, actually. I feel like I'm missing out a little bit. I was going to hold back, but I don't know now. But anyway, the poly bags, that's doing all right. My new series of popping poly bags. I'm loving that. And yeah, it's just been a really good week for getting some decent content out there. I've been loving it. I have, especially the live stream I did on Saturday as well. But anyway, we are here. It is Friday. This is London Calling number 28. How on earth have I done 28 London Callings? God knows. But anyway, touch wood, I haven't missed one of them yet. But anyway, like I always say, folks, the music sounds better with you. So let's say hello to absolutely everybody out there in the chat, because I don't know where it is where you are, folks, but here in the UK tonight, it's a bit on the hot side. It really is, honestly. We've got Jean-Gabriel Sereno. He's been here since the beginning. We've got Brett Spields as well. Hey, Brett, how you doing? Check his channel out, folks. He is a man that can build just about anything. And it all just pops out of his head. It really does. A bit like my intros, if I'm honest. We've got Take Art Studios. He's out there as well. Who else we got? We've got the lovely Lorraine Fox. Lorraine Fox, I'm absolutely loving the pink avatar. I really am. Sean Studios, he's out there as well. Who else we got? We've got bundles of people who have just popped in. Loads of them. A Tease for Life. The wonderful A Tease for Life. Great to have you here and Just Build It. I love your avatar as well, mate. I really do. That's a great logo. We've got Titanium J52. Titanium, I've got something to say. You absolutely inspired me last week. You really did, my friend. So much so, I got a package today, and it's all because of Titanium J52, everybody. It really is. We've got the Unknown Brick. It's a bit of a funny thing, that, because you're not unknown, are you? We know you, Unknown Brick. You're here all the time, and I love it. I honestly really do appreciate it. Who else we got out there? Oh, so there's a new one there. Foxy Gamper Bricks. Yo. Hello, Foxy Gamper Bricks. You're new. Not met you before. I tell you what, you're in for a treat tonight. There's me. There's a whole panel of people going to be here tonight. I've got a load of cool peeps out there in the chat as well, including Ben's Brick Designs. He's here. He's always on YouTube, folks. Do check out his channel. He does some fantastic stuff. He really does. Oh, I just about got my breath out then, folks. But anyway, he does some really, really cool stuff. In fact, all of you do some really cool stuff. So, Foxy, honestly, you're in for a treat tonight. You really are, because we got all sorts of people, and I mean all different layers of people in the panel tonight. We've got Octane Thermoplastic. God, I love that name, Octane Thermoplastic. I love it, honestly. That is a fantastic name. So here we go. So we've got Simon Moss as well. Hi, Tease's Life. Watched a couple of your pink videos earlier on. I'll have to check that out myself, whatever that's all about. Who else we got in there? We've got Foxy Gamper Brick says, no one snitch on who I am. I've got no idea who you are, honestly, my friend. But I do like the fact that you are here anyway. So it's good to have you here. So anyway, all you beautiful people out there, welcome to the London Calling live stream. Honestly, I am absolutely blessed that you're here. And I'm not only blessed, folks, I'm sweating like you wouldn't believe, because it is something like 37 degrees here in central London at the moment, folks. It is absolutely balmy hot. It really is. But anyway, enough about me, enough about the weather. Who cares about the weather? This is kind of live YouTube stuff. Anything can happen, folks. And it most probably will, I tell you. Anyway, who can I get on? Who can I get on? I tell you who I get on. We're getting on. Let's pop over to America, hey? Let's pop over to America. A young man folks. A young man, he really is. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy. And I absolutely love his stuff. So you've heard of the Daily Bugle. You've heard of the Daily Planet. Of course, we have got the Daily Brick. Hello, Lex. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Greg?
I'm very well, my friend. I've got to say, I don't know if it's cool where you are or you just happen to be one of these lucky Americans who's got aircon in their home, but you're looking very cool tonight in more ways than one, my friend.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the temperature's not as bad as it seems to be for you. It's
well, I've got to be honest, Lex. If anyone knows what it's like being in the UK or London or wherever you're from, anybody knows, of course. We're getting a blast of hot weather at the moment, for at least for the next 3 days. That is, folks. Anyway, and I'm not kidding, Lex. Right, the infrastructure of the country will just fall apart. It really will. Everyone, the trains this morning, London Bridge. Honestly, folks, London Bridge was on a go slow this morning. Why? Because it's too warm. 7:30 in the morning. Well, thank you very much, train service. I really don't appreciate that, especially when I want to get into work and have myself a good old Friday fry-up English breakfast. Lex, great to have you here, my friend. You look like you're building something absolutely amazing.
Yep. I am still working on the Hogwarts Castle, and I've got about, I think, 10 bags left, so still got a ways left.
Bags. My God. It'll take me a week to do that, Will, folks. But anyway, hold that thought, my friend, because there has been an absolute avalanche of Harry Potter news out this week, folks. There really has been. And talking of news, let's get someone on who is kind of turning into my morning newsman. He is this guy. How can I describe him? He has the voice. This is such an old one. I already used it. Right? He's got the voice of Sinead O'Connor. He's got the suave, the debonair, the sophisticated of Des O'Connor. He is our very own, and we are super lucky to have him here, folks. Si O'Connor.
Yeah.
I need to work on a new one, Si. I do apologise.
Hey, Si.
Hey, Lex. Hey, Greg. How's it going? Hey, chat.
I am super excited about having you here tonight, Si, because not only are you a fantastic YouTuber, and honestly, folks, I recommend everyone who's going to be on tonight, do check out their channels. You, my friend, are doing some fantastic news coverage at the moment. I am loving it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I honestly, so I'm not joking. Guys and girls out there, I'm not joking. I park up my car in the morning, right, and I'm flying to the train, and somewhere between parking my car and getting to the train station, I have watched one of Si's videos. It is that good. I love it. It's nice. It's short and sweet. It really is. I love it, Si. But anyway, Si, you had a good week?
Yeah, great week. Brilliant. Shopping, and videos backing up. It's awesome. Yeah, good.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, I'm looking forward to talking to you absolutely heaps tonight. I really am, my friend. I'm looking forward to this big time. Anyway, so where can we go now? I think let's even it up a little bit, because we got an Englishman, we got an Irishman, we got an American on there. So I think we need to balance it up a little bit more, get ourselves another Brit on board, I think, folks. So who can we have on? Well, this man has already been streaming today. He is streaming to the delight, and I mean the absolute delight of all Australians out there, folks, because between you and me, he's Australian as well. So we are being super, and I mean super, multicultural tonight, folks. We are diversity personified. We really are. But anyway, I would like to say good day to Matt Elder.
G'day. Greg, how's it going?
All right. I was nearly going to introduce you with an Australian accent, and then I suddenly thought, oh, is he? He could be Kiwi for all I know, but I think you're Australian.
Definitely Australian, yeah. But that's
I don't want to get that wrong, believe me, folks. You don't want to get Kiwi and an Australian mixed up. You really, really don't. How you doing, Matt? Anyway.
Yeah, really good. It's did the stream this morning, chatting with some Aussies, and it always brings you back down to earth. It's sort of like, oh, it's hot here. It's blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, that's our winter's day. It's like.
Yeah, from days gone by. But I gotta say, folks, believe it or not, I was actually in Matt's stream today, but completely at the wrong time. I came on when everyone went off, effectively, and I was on the balcony in the city of London, going, "Oh, how's it going?" sort of thing, and there was no one there to see it. I remember Steve, because I had terrible reception. I remember Steve saying, God, them skies look really blue where you are. And that's it. That's the last thing I could hear. Otherwise, it was all mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
So Matt, you're streaming like crazy. You must be enjoying it at the moment because you're doing it like loads. You're everywhere at the moment. This is good.
Yeah, no, it's really enjoying it. I mean, I sort of try to split it up into two. So, we got the Lego stuff on the Friday, and then the Saturday is going to become the drawing. So, be doing that tomorrow with Si as well. So, it'll be great.
Ah, fantastic. So, it's kind of like you say it, I draw it sort of thing, yeah?
Exactly, yep.
Brilliant. Right. Like it,
so, yeah, try to have that little bit of interactivity in a slightly different way.
Yes, I like it. Very good, very good. All right, sweet. All right, look forward to that, folks. We'll be talking loads about that a little bit later, of course, because we're all about the community, folks. All about the community. So if you guys want to check out some really cool channels out there, just look at the chat. There's absolutely bundles of good YouTubers in the chat, and obviously there's loads here. And if you're new to London Bridge Bricks, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and become a big part of the LBB family. Those words are literally burned, incisioned into my brain. They really are, folks. Okay, so who can we get on next then? Again, let's balance this up, folks. Let's go to Heathrow, jump on a plane and over again to America. So this lady was one of my favorites, actually. She is one of my favorite YouTubers because she does some very cool stuff. Not only are her reviews very, very unique, very cool, she does some fantastic live streams. She really does. She's like a live streaming queen at the moment, folks. I tell you that. And also as well, she's quite artistic as well. And also, on top of all that fantasticness, she's also building a NES, just like what I built last week. See that there? The clone troopers on TV there. Anyway, we'll talk about that one a little bit later. But anyway, let me introduce you. She is the wonderful Cafe Con Lego.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Hi, thanks for having me.
I am absolutely stoked that you're here, Cafe Con. You're looking very well. And again, like Matt, you're like streaming. You're like the streaming queen. I've heard of the dancing queen. I don't know. You definitely have heard of the dancing queens before. But you are the streaming queen at the moment, Cafe Con. How you doing and how you coping with it all? You cool?
Yeah, actually, what was it, last week, I think, that I did the 12-hour stream. That one took a lot to recover from, so I'm glad I had that extra day off from work.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The longest one I've done on my own, I did it with Roadrunner, and that was astronomically hard work. That one, I was sweating. It was a warm day like this, folks. Honestly, I could do without building a Slave 1 on a day like this, I tell you. But I was sweating at the end, just trying to keep up with him because Road was much quicker than I was at building all that. But yeah, and as it turns out, it was a 10.5-hour stream. And when I pulled back the video, I'd only actually built for 6.5 hours of it, which was crazy. So it was like the rest of the time I was just talking for 4 hours. But anyway, I do like to chat, and I especially like to chat to my panel and all you wonderful folks out there. I really do. But anyway, this is us almost all together. It really is, folks. We're nearly all there. But the last man on the panel tonight is a man who is far from being solo because he's gregarious, just like us. He is the man with the van. He is, of course, the solo brick builder.
Howdy! How are we all doing?
I'm doing very well, my friend. I am super stoked to have you here, and you're looking very well. And is that a new T-shirt you're wearing?
No, old T-shirt. It is an old. Yeah, I've worn it.
Classic ones. What have you got on? Let's take a look at your.
I have got. These are not the droids you are looking for. Quite literally, even says down the bottom there.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Love it.
T-shirt.
Yeah,
nice and comfy, nice and baggy. Yeah, and it's.
I tell you, yeah, I got to admit, I'm just saying that, folks. If I put this shirt on a couple of years ago, I probably would have been baggy on me, but it's a bit tight for me. Right? I think it's going to go a darker blue as the night progresses. So I'm wearing the classic super. Actually, it's not even classic. This is kind of some new take on the Superman logo. Cafe Con, you look like you're wearing a Nintendo top. In fact, I hope it is because
I am.
Look at that Nintendo.
Yeah,
I got to be honest as well. If I put a top on like that tonight, I'd pop out. I really would because it's I die of heat exhaustion at the very, and I love it hot, folks. Believe me, I really do. I like my food hot. I like my country hot. But tonight, I feel like I'm just kind of in a smoke in more ways than one. I'll do it. Anyway, Si, what classic T-shirt have you got on tonight? Yes, Star Wars.
Yeah, man.
Nice shirt, Si.
Look at that pecs on him, folks. Fantastic. Look at the pecs on him. I love Star Wars tops. I really do, honestly. I don't know. I just love stuff like this. I was going to wear a Lego one tonight, but then I thought, let's go bit DC tonight. I love a bit of DC.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Someone else has just popped in. We've got Mr. Agent Bricks. Mr. Agent Bricks. I like that. That's a cool name. I like that. Hey, we got the ninja with the bricks in the house. My friend, how are you doing? I tell you what, folks, he's got an absolute voice to die for. He really has. Who else we got out there? We've got someone new out there as well. There's loads of new people out there today. And Alex Gorvitz. Hello, Alex Gorvitz. Welcome to London Calling. We do this on a regular Friday. I say regular. We do it every Friday. So I don't know. That's about as regular as one gets. But yeah, welcome, my friends, to the stream. Great to have you here. Everybody, welcome Alex as well. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you a YouTuber, or do you just happen to be into things all Lego as well, like us, because we're crazy about the stuff we are. So yeah, talking of crazy, look at this Mario down here with some serious knolling going on around him. Matt, talk us through this.
This is a pick a brick pad wall sort of thing. I actually am crazy enough to go through and roughly count and then keep a bit of a track of what I've got, because there's nothing worse than when you walk in there and try to pick some stuff and it's like, do I have many of those? Do I have any of them? So just something nice to sort of do. And then Mario down there. Obviously, everyone's getting into that and got one, and the kids really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So interestingly, I know Si's bought one, and he's been building them this week. And folks, do check out his channel for loads of good stuff. And also as well, just to make it nice and easy for everyone, I see what you did there, Si. I've put everyone's channel details down in the descriptions below. Anyone who think I've done a live stream before. But anyway, hold on, look at this. We've got some 501st action going on here. Let's take a look at that solo brick builder.
I'm sorry, Lex. I'm sorry, CC, but
CC.
it is
One
on
more month,
its
CC.
And it's on its
actually, I found out where they have them.
I think Target are getting soon, aren't they?
The Targets will be getting them soon, but apparently in a couple states over, there's a store that the Brick Whiz got it from.
Oh, yeah, I saw that you got 4.
Lex, I wouldn't be surprised if he bought them all. I mean, I saw some pictures of what he's been doing on Instagram. He's got about 30 of them. Yeah. They should be in rations like they are in this country at the moment. Because I'm not flexing here, folks, but if you haven't got one of these, you haven't lived yet. Arguably the most sought after Lego set of all time, folks. I've got to say, was that your one there, Si? Yeah. There we go. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look, he's going crazy. He's got the tank as well.
Oh God.
That's what I want.
Well,
yeah, about a minute, I'll run over to my cupboard and go get my tank out as well. But it's all the way over there.
Please don't. Please don't.
I got to say, this is the thing, right? So I was thinking about getting that tank, but apparently, right? How much is that tank? It's about £35.
Thereabouts, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got a friend of mine, folks. I kind of talk about him occasionally on my Lego hauls and stuff like that. He's going to sell it to me for 12 quid, a soaker. And I thought, well, I'll just do that then. That's got to be better, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And when the price
that's why everyone's only, that's the only reason why people have built that set, aren't they? It's just that they're not interested in the set. They just want
why
the
not buy something that doesn't even look like what it's meant to?
That looks rubbish, but yeah.
There's two things about that set that I do like, though. Two things. And that is the minifigures. That is, of course, the soaker, who I will buy for 12 quid. And he's doing me a good deal on that, folks. I'm sure he goes for a lot more money than that solo. And what's the other thing? Oh yeah, the Ahsoka Stormtrooper. I mean, that's really well sought after. That is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And again, he'll sell me that for about £10. So for £20, I'm getting exactly what I want, and that's that really. And the cool thing is, he'll sell me the tank if I want it for a tenner anyway. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I win. So what I'm going to do this week, I'm buying the Ahsoka off him, and I'm going to buy. How about this? Solo, tell me what you think of this, right? I'm going to buy the Walker, the 501st Walker, and the Barker speeder.
The Barker speeder, yeah.
I'm going to buy them off him for a tenner. I thought it was well worth it.
That's a bloody good deal, especially being that the actual set's 25 quid to get. Yeah, how many troopers are you getting with it? You just getting the 2 walkers, or you getting any troopers with it?
For £10, all I'm getting is the 2 Walker and the speeder.
You're getting the main bulk of the set, aren't you? Well, that is the bulk of the set. you're just missing the troopers.
The cool thing with that is, like the spare guy will have something to do then. They'll all have their sort of little transports for them. But I've got to say, folks, I mean, I'll say, I might even say, if I do boys and girls out there, would you like to see me do a review of this, or can I just do a speed build? What would you like to see me do with this? Because I tell you what, it's the most sought after set of all time. Maybe the Osprey's kind of up there, but I don't know. I'm not really into Technic, so I don't even buy it to flip it. So I'm not going to do that because I can't get it. But the thing is, right, this is the most sought after set of all time, as far as I'm concerned. And if it wasn't for Ryan, them and our production, I'm sure my panel would arguably agree with me, right? We would have this set. But what would you like to see me do, right? Would you like to see me do a review of this, speed build of it, or what? If I do a review of it, I'll do the best sort of review I can. But what I will always say, folks, there's 2 people actually that have done really good reviews on this. Actually, there's 3 people that have done really good reviews on this. There is, of course, M&R Productions, aka Ryan. There is, of course, Chris from over at Brickheadz. He's done a really good review. He's compared it to the old one, so do check that out, folks. But also, Sai, I've forgotten her name, and I know it's something to do with Harry Potter. Now, Sai this week has given me a really good link to a very good YouTuber. Now, what's her name, Sai?
It's Potter Mini Fig Pals.
That's the one. And she, I think it came out today or yesterday, she's done a review as well of it. And she's kind of done it from the angle of not really much about the playing or anything like that. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, or maybe in the chat. Would you like to see me do a review of it? If I do, then that's what I'm going to review tomorrow, folks, and I'll get that out. I don't know, maybe Wednesday or something like that. I think you've got one coming out, haven't you, Solo?
I do. Mine will be out on Sunday. So, yeah.
So do you know roughly what time it will be out?
I don't know yet because I'm just sifting through all the B footage and all that kind of stuff, and I still haven't built the walker yet. Anyway, so which I'm going to be doing on the stream anyway. So in a minute, I'll be popping open the other bag, build the walker, and then probably later on in the evening, probably just quickly go over it later on. It's only going to be a short review anyway. So.
Do you know what, folks? Short reviews are something I'm very bad at, because this is why I started doing polybag reviews. Surely I can do a review that's around 10 minutes long with them, and I can check it out in 10 minutes. But the thing is, folks, I've got this thing where I link too much to things. I reference things, and I see things. And when I see things, I want to talk about things. You know, I like talking. I love talking to you girls and boys out there. I really do. So, and then what I do is I just kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just the way I like doing reviews. I don't know, but maybe I should.
I like your reviews. I mean, I don't think anyone does them quite like you, Greg. They're pretty cool.
Oh, I really appreciate that. So I really do. I'm just wiping my forehead and I will say this. I have got quite a lot to say about this set. Only because it's actually pretty good. And what will probably surprise a lot of people is that this is still not my favourite trooper of all time. Maybe I'll talk about that during it, but maybe I won't, because otherwise it might be 25 minutes long. But that said, I always like to do, and this is the thing that a lot of people don't bother doing, I do a quick speed build on it, and it's not like the old days, folks. If I do a proper speed build, then that speed build will be about 15 minutes long these days. If I do a review, I always throw like a 2-minute one in there or something like that. I tell you what, I'm so slow at building, it seems. I even have to do a speed build when I do my poly bag, so that's saying something, isn't it? I never thought to do that. But anyway, what have we got going on in the chat? And then I'm going to go around the panel and see what they're up to, because they are busy doing not only Nez, we've got Harry Potter going absolutely crazy there in the top middle, and in the bottom middle, we've got some serious Nintendo action going on there, folks. And I've got to say, CC is building arguably my favourite ever Lego set. But we'll come back to that in just a bit. So what we've got going up there, we've got loads of lovely people out there. Alex Gorvitz. Where are you from, Alex? Gorvitz sounds, I don't know, Croatian or something like that. Or maybe even Russian. I'm not sure, my friend. But anyway, let us know a little bit about you. It's always good to have a new person in the house. Alex asked the question. He says, are Lego Technic sets hard? In a nutshell, yes, but we do have Solo Brick Builder here, who's on mute at the moment. He builds a lot of Technic stuff. So, Solo, what would you say about Technic sets? Are they hard to build?
Depends which one you go for. You could, if you've never built one before, go for the little like €10 or £10 ones or the $15 ones. Go for the little ones. Ease yourself into it, because the bigger they get, the harder they become. Like if you're going to go headlong in, like mentioning no names, Brick Hive, go straight in for the Lamborghini, who's never built a Technic set before, completely put them off it because it is so difficult. So if you go for the big set like the Bugatti or the Lamborghini or something like that, it's going to be really hard. But if you go for little ones, even like the Panigani up here, that is.
Show us the motorbike. Show us the motorbike. This is a work of art. This is Alex.
Hang on a second. I've got to try not to drop it. Here we go.
Well done.
Yes, I can't. Yeah, so you get a little kickstand, nice and easy. But this is a lovely way to I think this is a perfect way to get into Technic, because you get all these lovely big panels which kind of block it all up really nicely. Get a lovely front end to it. But not only that, you also get hang on, you can pull this off here. You also get all that as well. So you get all the technical parts on the inside. So you get to build the small engine on the inside, small little gearbox, and it's just the perfect way to get yourself into Technic side of things. So this is a nice little entry Technic kind of side, so it's a little bit complicated, but also really easy to build. I mean, I built it on Greg's stream. It was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? I think I built it within 2-3 hours. So, I can't recommend this one enough. It is a little bit obviously ugly on the back end of this, but the front end of it, love it.
Yeah. Oh, cool, man. Cool. So, guys and girls out there in the chat, we're a cool panel of boys and girls as well. Let us know if you've got any questions, anything at all. Anything about the news. We've got some Harry Potter news that's kicking off this week. Si, do you want to tell us a little bit about the Harry Potter news that's coming our way, or that's been coming our way this week?
We can let Lex have a go, because he knows a little bit more about Harry Potter than me.
Oh, okay. Let's pop over to Lex, aka Lex Potter. Lex Potter. To Lex. I like that.
Right. Yeah, so there's a couple of things that we found out about. One of them being the second CMF series for Harry Potter, and there's 16 minifigures in total. Some people have an issue with them because none of them really stand out, but what's awesome is just for people who like making custom figures, there's some awesome new leg printing. Like Harry just has he has just pretty generic legs with a printed belt, which looks awesome. There's some other just cool pieces that we're getting. But the big news is Diagon Alley. Now, we don't have official images yet, but a sticker sheet was leaked, and it told us a couple of the sets that we'll be getting in the set, in that set. But the builds in the set, excuse me. But I don't know if that's all the sticker sheets. If it is, then we're not getting a couple that I expected that we would, and that came in the first Diagon Alley we got in 2011, which is interesting to see. And we only know 2 of the figures, which are Florian Fortescue, who runs an ice cream parlor, so we can assume that we'll be getting the ice cream parlor in the set, and Harry Potter, and he's just in a pretty generic outfit. And that's really all that we found out.
All right, okay. So there is quite a lot of news, though, isn't it, for one theme in 1 week? I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So tell me, right, because Lex, I do get the impression that you're a big Harry Potter fan. Will you be buying the CMF series, and will you be buying Diagon Alley?
I will be buying both of them. I kind of have to buy the CMF series because I'm collecting every Harry Potter figure from the franchise, not Harry Potter, just the character. And then Diagon Alley, I just can assume it'll be such a nice model that I'll have to get it. And when I grow my city, which will come when I can actually get a job so I can make some money, I figured out a way on how I'm going to incorporate Diagon Alley into the middle of it. So that'll be interesting to try out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I tell you what, I'm just reading the chat, and young Ninja with the Bricks, he asked the question. He says, "Wasn't the first Diagon Alley a microscale build? Is that true?"
Well, the first one was not. It came with 3 buildings: the Gringotts, which is the Wizard Bank, as well as the Wand Shop, and Borgin and Burks, which is more of a dark art store, which was interesting to see in that set. But then there was a microscale Diagon Alley that was a promo in 2018 when Harry Potter launched. In that set, it was free with purchases of over like $75 maybe, and now that set sells for $75, which is insane.
Wow. I tell you what, the best thing I ever actually sold, folks, in terms of something free that I sold because, well, frankly, I didn't need it, if I'm honest, and I wanted to reinvest it into the YouTube channel for you lovely boys and girls, is the 1989 Batmobile that Matt's actually built this, actually. And it's, but with the set, when you bought the set, you got another Batmobile as well, which is a proper limited edition Batmobile, which was absolutely stonkingly marvelous. It really was. But I've got to be honest, I sold that, and I sold it for like £75, which was actually under market because I just wanted to get rid of it. And they were selling for like £90 here in London. They were. It was ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, but he brought down the £220 set, down to a reasonable price. I love it. But Matt, I think, am I right in saying you actually built the limited edition Batmobile, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I built that as well, and it was a great little build. I'd actually gone through previously, and it's upstairs. Built a mock version of the '89 Batmobile, and just building that, and then building the Lego version, you can really appreciate just how much effort and design and everything which goes into it. Because the mock one, it was a good one, and but it was done by somebody who's not a professional designer, and it does what it does, but it felt really flimsy. Whereas that other one, the gift could purchase, the one that came with it, like, it was a really solid build, and it was really nice. And I think it's got some, I'm just trying to remember, I think, the wheels then have like some Technic pieces, which means as it rolls along, the flame out the back spins, and it was just a fun little build.
Yeah, but have you actually still got it displayed? I mean, what does a man that does lots of mocking do with his builds? Because I've got to be honest, folks, having a YouTube channel is fantastic, but you build, and it's getting to the point where you sort of think to yourself, where am I going to start putting all these bits, all these sets? So what do you do about that, Matt?
I've actually gone through and I've built custom shelves so that I've got maximum area, like literally just goes wall to wall and it wraps around, and I just got to finish it off. And there's a video for that to come at some stage in the future to sort of show how that all works. But yeah, that's what sort of happens there, because part of it was we don't like have a proper like city or anything like that, so all the different models were ending up all over the house, and I think the wife didn't really appreciate that, which was fair enough. So it's sort of like, okay, we need to consolidate it somewhere.
That could be a thing as well, folks. If your wife doesn't like it or your partner doesn't like it, you got to find ways of working around that. I tell you, Right. At the moment, folks, in one of our spare bedrooms, it looks like I've got a Lego City on the go underneath one of the beds. It really does. It's like something out of a Terry Pratchett program. It really is. Anyway, I want to show you this because last week, of course, the world went crazy, just a little bit, over Mario and Star Wars, and it was just nuts, wasn't it? With the new wave coming out on Saturday, August the 1st. Anyway, so I think Titanium's just left us, but that's reminded me to tell you a little story. So Titanium last week on one of my streams, he built the Lego Ideas set, which was Doctor Who, and I think actually Solo was giving me some advice into buying it. So this week, folks, on eBay, right, I came across a guy selling one. He was in Wales actually, in sort of Cut the Craggle area, and he was selling one. But you see, the Lego inside it was completely untouched. The box was in immaculate condition. The only issue with it was it had been unsealed. Now, between you and me, that doesn't bother me at all, but to be honest. The thing I'm interested in is the instructions, to a point, and the actual Lego itself, right? But because of that, because the box wasn't sealed, you couldn't sell it as brand spanking new. It was kind of new, but open. So because of that, I saved an absolute fortune, I think, because this set sells for about £90, but the set I got was this set. Look at this. Look, I got this Solo for about £58 I paid for it.
Wow, that is a stonking deal.
Yeah, and look, folks, I'm not joking. The reason I got it new, well, I say new, like that, look, it's because it's open. But the box is in immaculate condition. Look.
Oh, I love when boxes open like that.
Yeah.
Oh. Nice. Well, I tell you what, this is a thing as well, folks. So anyway, I got Doctor Who set. I love Lego Ideas. I'm a big Doctor Who fan as well. Well, at least I was for the first sort of 30. Well, I say 30, I'm going to give away my age then. Maybe the first 30 years of my life I will be. The last sort of 10 years, it's been quite funky in that. But yeah, it's fun. But I don't know, I like some of the real old retro stuff. Maybe that's a thing I like. But yeah, I know what you're saying about the boxes. When you buy a box, especially for adults, anything that Lego do at the moment, Lex, let me know what you think about this, because you're still a young lad in your prime. But I much prefer it when boxes come like this as opposed to the thumbs that press.
Only Lego Ideas that come like that.
I know.
Don't ask that.
But you know what, folks? I don't know if anyone saw it this week. My review of the Monkey King, Brickheadz, and I'm sure you all have. If you haven't, you know where to find it. But look at this, folks. This week, I reviewed it. There we go. There's the instruction manual for it. And I've got to say, it's a pretty cool brickhead. It really is. But check this out. The box does not come with thumbscrews. It was like this.
Yeah, that really surprised me when you showed that off. I was like, hang on, what the hell?
Yeah. And why hasn't anyone mentioned it before? I think I'm the first person to have noticed it. Not that I'm like amazing because of it, folks. I just opened it and I thought, well, that's strange. I've not ruined the box like I normally do. But yeah, there we go.
It kind of reminds me of a Chinese takeaway box.
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. So,
It's a very American thing.
it's true, actually. Yeah, if I line it now, folks, I can put noodles in it. Or sushi. I never get sushi, do you?
No.
So there we go, folks. That's kind of my thing. But so yeah, Doctor Who, and oh wow, what a set. But anyway, Titanium. If you're ever watching this back, I'll have to send in the minutes of when I've spoken about this. Yeah, thanks to you, Titanium, I got it, and thanks to a little bit of help as well from Solo Brick Builder to help me do that one. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, well, that's as good as new as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, so let's. Matt looks like he's got some Batmobiles out. Let's take a look at that, because one looks very familiar, but I'm not sure about the other one.
Yeah, so this was the gift with purchase with the 89 Batmobile that you're talking about, the one that you've ended up selling. So it's really cool because it, it too also comes with its own little sort of stand and, rotates around and everything like that. And, a really chunky solid build. And as the wheels move, then, the flame goes there. So it's cool. Stud shooters, all that sort of thing. And yeah, like the only thing I didn't like on this one is I thought the wings here, the fins, they a bit cheap. It's sort of like they could have brick built that or done something with it, but you know, neither here nor there. And then this one was one which there was like video instructions online, and this is, I guess, the first one I'd or first mock that I'd built coming out of a Dark Age sort of thing. And you know, it looks like what it's meant to be, and but when you compare the two, you know, it's just this is so much bigger and solid, and yeah, so it's those ones. And the typical sort of thing when you put your little Batman figure in there, his ears poke up, and this doesn't quite close 100%, even on the Lego version, which has a nice opening canopy. So you know, as gift with purchases go, I thought this was like, you know, pretty solid and certainly something worthwhile. So yeah.
Yeah, amazing. They look fantastic. And they're one of those sets, folks, that honestly, you've got to keep them nice and shiny and dust-free, because the black looks amazing until you put a great big grubby thumbprint on it. It looks awesome. But yeah, I tell you who I want to speak to. I want to speak to the lovely Cafe Con Lego. Cafe Con Lego, tell me, what do you think about what you're building at the moment? Because you're building the grill section, which I think is actually quite a clever little bit of building that you're doing right now. But what do you think of the NES so far?
Yeah, I like it. There was one section of the instructions, like this last page, but it, like, you could clearly see where one of the pieces went, but it took me like 5 minutes to figure out where the other one went. So I hate that instructions don't highlight where things are supposed to go. But other than that, it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of like green pieces right now, so I think I'm gonna be building the like little Easter egg hidden part on the side. I don't know where it's supposed to go.
It goes where your right hand is. It goes along there. Yeah, just above them bricks, along that bit there. I think it is. Okay. I remember. I got my one downstairs.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm excited now that I know that's there. I'm gonna pay more attention as I'm building it.
I got to say, folks, I absolutely love the build. I really did. I didn't get it. I didn't actually buy it for the NES. I bought it for the TV. I think the TV is fantastic. And the reason I got it was because when I was a kid, I was kind of not forced into, but anyway, I bought a house very young, at a very young age, because my mum wanted to move away. I didn't want to. So the only way I could live where I wanted to live was to buy a house. And that's exactly what I did. So anyway, back in the days when mortgages were like 16%, I got a mortgage. I was only 18 at the time. It was crazy. Anyway, so to cut a long story short, I won a TV. I won a television, and it was a Sony Trinitron, and it looks, and I'm not joking, folks, it looks exactly the same as that, with the rosewood outer shell and like that. And there wasn't even a remote control with it. But I tell you what, folks, when you haven't got hardly no money at all, and all your money's going towards your mortgage, and I was saving up for a wedding then as well. You know, it was fantastic. It brings back good memories, folks. That's why I went to that. Anyway, there's a lot of red stuff going on there. So Solo, you're from red to blue, folks. Solo, what are you actually building there?
So I am building, so I'm going to do a bit of handwork here, the AT-RT from the 501st Legion pack. So yeah, halfway through, just got to put the antennas on it, and then I just got to slap a load of legs on it. I don't like this stud shooter that they put on the front of it, though. I'm going to be honest with that. Don't like that. But yeah, no. I get that it's a play feature, you know, it's a kid's toy, but I don't like it. I just don't. It's the only part so far that I'm really disappointed with it, and I think I've already said that once before about it. Yeah, I didn't like the stud shooter on it.
A lot of other people share that opinion, so I bet you could find a pretty easy way that other people have come up with.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at my old 501st Walker that I've got in the cupboard over in the glass cabinet over there. It looks pretty easy, to be honest. You'd switch it over, to be honest, to just a normal, just like these little bits here. It seems pretty easy, so I probably might get around to doing that at some point. I don't know. It depends where I'm gonna put it up. If I'm gonna put it on the shelf, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna be changing that over. But if it's going in a glass cabinet, I'm not gonna notice it that much, so I'll be leaving it.
Sorry, what was you trying to point out then?
Oh, Simon Moss asked me if that Lego City in the background. It's a Lego street.
It's nice. Oh, do you want to tell us a little bit about it? Starting from the I've got that character. That's the Harry Potter figure you've got there.
Yeah.
So you have a really nice setup.
Trying to get so it's basically just a street at the moment with blue base plates with those plate clouds, and then there's the bike shop, the detective's office, and then the cafe. So that's all that's there at the moment.
That cafe, I'm trying to get hold of that at the moment. That's quite an elusive one for me to get. It really is, but because it actually goes for quite a lot of money.
Yeah, it's expensive. But I think it was expensive to start out. I think it was 70 euros or 60 euros. But it was on the shelf for ages, and I said I must get it, and I just went for it. At the time, it was one of the most expensive Lego sets I bought.
Yeah,
and I've just gone crazy since then.
It's a mere shadow now.
CC, have you actually built the TV yet, or are you building the TV next?
Yeah, I'm building the TV next.
Oh yeah, cool. The TV is a much bigger build, probably about another 700 pieces, I would say.
Oh wow!
But what I will say is it's incredibly satisfying to build, especially when you're doing the animated section of it. It's really cool. It really is. Simon Moss says, what we want now is the 1966 Batmobile. I think there was a set, was there not, folks, where the 1966 Batmobile came out. It came out of one of these really big sets, Simon, I think he did. I forget the number off the top of my head. Bricklicker might even know. He knows everything, honestly, folks. He does a lot of new stuff. We'll check his channel out as well. There's... I forget which set it was now, Simon, but I've got to be honest, between you and me, that's probably my favourite Batmobile, the 1966 one. I absolutely love it. I really do. Such a cool design. I even think is it me, Simon? I think actually the 1966 Batmobile still looks good today. Let me know what you think in the chat, folks. I really do. So what we've got going on in the chat here. We've got Just Build It. He says, this week I hit 30 subs. Oh, fantastic, Just Build It. Just Build It, tell us a little bit about your channel as well. What sort of stuff do you like doing? Because I tell you what, Just Build It, they are going to be the hardest 30 subs you ever had to work for, honestly. And it's not easy doing a YouTube channel. It really isn't. But anyway, Bricklink said, hey, so much, Just Build It. A tease inside. Hope you're all doing well. Lots of love coming from our good friend, the Bricklicker. It really is. Bricks Boris says, London Bridge Bricks, have you started your Lego City yet? No, but I say no. What am I doing at the moment? I'm sort of buying things like this. Look at this, the size of that. Look at that. Hey. I'm buying things like this and roads. I never thought I'd ever be buying roads, but yeah, I'm buying lots of roads to build stuff on. To be honest. So yeah, I'm buying. I'm kind of doing it weirdly. I'm sort of buying infrastructure up and stuff like that because I'm buying buildings. I bought something the other day. Sorry, you might even have this one. It's a really old set. I think it might be from the 90s actually, and it's a house, but it's a log cabin. I just fancied it, and I bought that. So I'm kind of buying buildings because. You know what, Si? I don't want to just say, oh, I've got a city and here's a table and that's it. I'm going to order the table this weekend. I really am. Because I've got to start the city and if I wait until I kind of build an outbuilding, folks, then I'm not going to do any city kind of thing videos until about November time or something like that. They're not cheap. They're about 20 grand. They are. So it's a significant investment. So I'm going to be looking to do that. But yeah, I'm going to buy a big table from IKEA, something like a 2 meter by 160 centimeters and start doing it on there. So it's not going to be a ginormous city. It's not going to be no brick in it. It's going to be no. Who's the other guy that does loads of city stuff? Certainly not Jang anyway, and certainly not something Jar. But it will be like that in the future. So just bear with me. I'm kind of buying the bits and pieces, and it's dealing with builders takes blooming ages. It does, let alone brick builders. So we will get there. We really will. But yeah, so, Sai, have you ever thought about doing a Lego city or anything like that?
Yeah, just need the space. That's it. I've got a really good idea for what I want to do as well. I'll keep it for a video in the future. I won't give it away now, but yeah, all I need is a room or an attic or something, or $1 million.
Yeah, I've got some plans for my city. I definitely, at least to start, I want to do more of a cookie cutter city, I guess you could say, with just modulars neatly lined up and road plates, and eventually I might expand and modify buildings to fit in with it. But for now, I just want to start with a very basic layout. And I do have some ideas on how to incorporate things like a Diagon Alley into my city, but like to make it hidden so that it's not like all my minifigures belong there. It's just hidden for all of my wizard minifigures.
Oh wow! How many wizard minifigures have you got?
So, well, I have half of the Harry Potter minifigures from 2018 to 2020. I had a lot more, but then the 2020 wave came out. So, and then I still have all the old ones to get, but I'm starting with just all of the new ones because those are the ones that I like best.
Yeah, there was now I'm definitely wrong. I watched the Harry Potter movies. I've even built a couple of sets from Harry Potter, but in the new wave, there's one of these ghosts, and I think that looks quite good. I don't know what her name is. She's got black hair, and she's on one of these kind of DC comic figures stands. Where
her name, Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah, her. I think she's probably my favourite out of that series initially, anyway. But for kind of my first impression, folks, is her.
Yeah, she is awesome.
Yeah, I like that, and I like the Harry Potter stuff. So it's good fun, isn't it? It really is. And anyone out there? Does anyone out there actually collect Harry Potter stuff? What's your favourite set? I've got the purple Buster build actually. Have you built that one? Is it any good? Should I review it? Is it too late to review it? I don't know. Sometimes I think it's quite good to go back to an old set and review it. I've got a Mos Eisley ones to do. I think I might do that before the big Mos Eisley set comes out. So, has there been any news on the Mos Eisley set coming out soon?
Yeah, I don't know. I was on. We was recording the podcast with Bricklicker and Generic Stud and Bricknet last night, and there was a whole big kind of discussion as to what everyone wanted and what everyone thought might happen. Everyone wants something to do with the Mandalorian in it for definite. That'd be pretty cool. Some new aliens that are in the background would be pretty cool, but nothing. I don't think there's anything solidly come out apart from the 2 leaked images. The guy with the tusks and no arm.
Oh wow!
So that's it.
So
it's interesting to see.
So do you think that set is going to be like a Master Builder set, or do you think that's going to be a UCS set? What's your thing on that?
I don't know. I would say UCS, but I don't know. Is it mainly the vehicles have been UCS and maybe some place that might be Master Builder? I don't know. Solo might know a little bit more.
Yeah, I would think it would definitely be a Master Builder set. Because we all know the disaster of Hoth, so I don't think they're going to go down that road again. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, interesting. Hold that thought, folks. I look like I'm sort of riding. I look like I'm driving the ATRT at this angle at the moment. I built one of those this week. Funny enough, not exactly that one. I built an actual, even smaller one than that for the polybag review. But what we got? There was a good question that came in from Ninja with Bricks. He says, "Are you going to build, or are you going to start in the mills, Greg, or just base paint?" At the moment, I've got to be honest, Ninja, I might just go base plates, because what I can do, because if I'm using tables and stuff like that, I can always put holes and stuff like that up through plates and stuff like that. I think that's kind of a much cheaper way of doing it. It is quite an expensive thing to do, the Mills plates. And you know what? I might build one or two, but it messes up the price like you wouldn't believe. It really does. You imagine all those plates, all those extra bricks. You don't see any of that. Now, what I will say, and for anyone out there that doesn't know what the Mills Technique is, it's basically modules being built on sort of sandwiches of base plates with sort of Technic bricks going around it, so that you can, they basically make channels for electrical pieces, for lighting and stuff like that. And it's a really good way to do it. And maybe one day I will do that. But what I want to do first, Ninja, my main thing is to actually establish a city. Because I think with the Mills techniques, I can always retrofit them, or at least start in an area and retrofit it. You know when you just want to get going, and but equally there's a part of me that sort of says, well, maybe I should start as I need to go on. I don't know. What do you think, folks? Anyone out there that's doing that has a city or anything like that? Do you employ the Mills technique, or do you just use base plates and kind of do it old school styles?
I think, especially if you plan on growing your city like to a substantial size, I think it'd be unwise to do the Mills technique, because it would just cost you so much money. And even though it might not seem like that much, you'd be like, oh, just $8 for this one, or pounds or whatever. It would eventually add up, and you'd be like, wow, I just spent $200 just to get it raised an inch. And I don't know that it would be the smartest decision, and that's at least my thought. But I can see the appeal of doing it. Like you could brick build your road plates, but that would also be more expensive. So I don't know. What do you think of doing, Greg?
Yeah, what I want to do is the big expense for me is maybe building an outbuilding. I'm trying to fashion the outbuilding, folks, as being some kind of like an external office or something like that, or at least that's how I'm kind of pitching it to the missus. So there's other expenses, and it's a bit like life, really. There are kind of priorities where you kind of put this bit of money and all that sort of stuff. Now, someone that I do know who's in the chat at the moment definitely does the Mills technique, and that's Butt Chop. Or at least I'm pretty sure he does. Anyway, so Butt Chop, Mills technique. Should I do the Mills technique, or should I just start laying the foundations through the city and just getting on with it?
I think it also comes down to is like how much you're going to move it around. Because if you're going to move it around a lot, then the Mills technique is definitely the way to go. But if it's just going to be like there in one place, I don't see why you would need to do that, to be honest. Yeah. Obviously, that was the conversation. That's the conversation we're having with Butt Chop at one point, weren't it? It was like, if you're going to move it around.
Butt Chop, I think, is probably quite pro Mills, and I can understand why people, how can I put it, aren't pro. You know, everyone's got their own opinions, and that's absolutely fine. So yeah, there are people that are for it. Sometimes it just comes down to economics, I suppose. You know, it is a much more expensive venture to do. But yeah, I got to say, I'm with you on that one, Darren. If it's something I was thinking of displaying, and I've not even been to that many Lego conventions. I mean, certainly not going to get to one this year, folks, are we? I would definitely do the Mills technique. I think certainly some of the YouTubers that I see, that do display in conventions and stuff like that, they certainly use the Mills technique because it's less flimsy. So I do agree with what Daily Brick says. 100% agree with him. But I also agree 100% with what other people say. Maybe, folks, maybe there's maybe the sweet spot. The sweet spot is when, if there's a section of the city that you're going to display, maybe make that Mills. So yeah, maybe horses for courses is possibly the approach to use on that one, I say.
Yeah, Greg, I would say, like, especially if you're going to build like an amusement park area that would kind of warrant electricity or lights or something like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking that if you're going to light something up, you probably will want the Mills plate.
No, that's true. It would definitely be easier to string it if you had the mills technique going, but it all depends on what you are thinking of doing, Craig. If you want it to be stationary, no lights, then I'd say no, don't do mills. But if there's these other things you want to do, it could make more sense to do that.
Yeah. I think it comes down to this. It's horses for courses. Now, Lorraine is saying she couldn't hear Si. Si, if you want to say something, someone might have some bricks or something that's close to a mic or something like that. But I can always mute them, Lorraine, if they're making too much noise, at least for a moment, anyway, whilst they're doing it. But I've got a mic here that is quite a sensitive mic, and I've got it down here. So if I do this, that might come across quite loud for you guys, but it's kind of here. Look. I don't know what that sounds like, but it sounds tinny.
Very loud.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So these mics here, let me show you what I'm using here, folks. Look at that. Look, that's a bit weird. It looks like I'm on a shell or something. But here we go. This is one of these. My God, everything's so hot tonight. It's unbelievable. Everything I touch is baking. This here is called a Blue Yeti. It's a great mic. But look, if I do that, it's like hypersensitive. Now, if I put it on here, right, and I start typing away like that, it probably picks up all that noise. So I pop it here tonight just for that. So yeah, mics, positioning of mics can it's an art. It's an art upon itself. It really is, Lorraine, honestly. But yeah, there's but it's just one of those things. The worst noise in the world, I think, even and Daily Brick and Family Bricks. So anyone will tell you the worst noise to hear is when someone's got one of those bags and they go back like that. Except this isn't one of those bags because the plastic that Lego used to put their bricks in is normally quite thick. That's the one. That's the noise, and that is there is a, how can I put it, a certain etiquette about being on a live stream where if anyone's doing that, then what they do is they but let me show you a little trick. What I do, see over here, I've got this table here. I've got this under here, and all I do, I'll get like a bag like this, and I'll go like that, open it up, and then sling it on the table. I do so I don't quite have to mute myself, which is quite amusing.
You're going to bed, are you?
And Greg, it's funny that you say that because yesterday on my stream, I do that technique where I'm like, hey, sorry, I'm going to open a bag. Let me mute the mic. And someone said, I've never been on a stream before where someone did that. And I was like, what? Like, I just thought it was commonplace.
Yeah.
It's like stream etiquette.
Who wants to hear that?
Yeah, I mean, it's the worst noise in the world. It's maybe it's just people around our circles of Lego YouTubers that just do it. I don't know. I just always thought, when especially you've got a load of people on, and you're like, oh God, there's that noise again. But yeah, what part are you looking for there?
I dropped a 1x2. I keep trying to put it on here, and it keeps falling into this little crack right behind it. So I probably should have placed it like first or.
What you don't crack those nails?
Yeah.
Honestly, I got. That's the thing as well. I don't know if you guys who do this here on the panel. It is a question for the panel. Here we go. If there's one thing I hate, when people are doing, and I used to do this all the time, folks. I used to do really close ups of when I was building something, especially on I don't know, maybe I'll do a chill out build or a fast forward. Speed build. I've never called it a fast forward build before. So when you do it like that, you're very conscious about your fingers and your nails. And there's nothing worse than seeing somebody who's got cuts all over their fingers and nails that are kind of half chewed and stuff like that. I mean, sorry, just look at that. Let alone build.
Was that little kick at me? Was it cut all over their hands?
No, I've never thought actually you've got dodgy fingers. Let's dodgy fingers. Show us your fingers.
They're pretty good today. Oh, but,
really?
couple of little cuts on them, but
but you're an engineer, so you will get cuts. But there's people that you can tell they kind of when they're building their Lego, they're like going, where does that bit go, and biting their nails. When of course you've got to look after your fingers when you're building because people are looking at your fingers. So I've always been quite.
That's what I use to point with. So if I'm building something, I'm like, obviously you can't like that, so you can't see my fingers. Sometimes you get one of those cuticle things, and then or whatever, and it's just better to point with something. But I've been using this for the past 2 days. A lightsaber to point with. For my
that's a
review.
good idea. I like that. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's it. There we go, folks. Tip of the day. Of course, can't use that now because anyone will think I'm copying him. But no, it's a nice one. I know what I could use. Oh, I do what I could use. Bugsy, I use this then. I could use
timestamp 105.
There we go. The Monkey King stack. That could be one point. So here's the thing, right? When I did the review of the Monkey King Brickheadz this week, and I've got to say, folks, these are good Brickheadz. If you like Brickheadz, and I know they're not to everybody's taste. I get that, I really do. I just like the old one. When I did him this week, I got to say, what is the thing? And Brickhive's in the house, folks. He'll tell you this. If there's one thing that the Monkey King is synonymous with, it's a cloud. They didn't give him a cloud.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of building a larger one. Put the brickhead on it.
100% with you. But then, because I thought, I'm going to stress the point in my review, right? So what I did was, I was saying on the review at one point, I was saying, this is the cloud, and this is the sort of thing that they should have built for it, right? And then I realised, I was like, hold on a minute, he can fit on that. That's what I did. So there we go. Monkey King gets his own cloud.
Oh, cool.
Very boring. Woo. You know how it goes, folks. And then the old cloud comes out. Or I think the story goes somewhere along in the journey to the west that they're like cloud stallions. It's almost like clouds are like horses in heaven. And well, anyway, Monkey King is a little bit of a mischievous person, and he let them all go free. So yeah, it's a great story, folks. So do check it out, and if you like the review, check that out as well. But yeah, that was cool. So what have we got going on there? Someone looks like it's really weird. I'm looking at something that is arguably one of the most beautiful Star Wars sets of all time, folks, and then I'm looking at behind it. It's something that's hidden inside. What's going on?
Yeah, my daughter just passed it to me. I was like, oh, I'll tell you what, I'll make a good background. There we go.
Yeah.
John was like, you can't really see it because it kind of blends in. So there we go. I'll get rid of that one. Yeah, she just came running out with it because, there we go. But yeah, no, there you go.
Oh,
I
cool.
can't look at it.
I just noticed for the first time. I don't know if this is the first time you've done it, or it's just the first time I've noticed. But you've got a red LED light on the go behind you.
Yeah. I'm now starting the lights from the background here. So,
Welcome to the party, Darren.
trouble is though, obviously as you know, these are all adhesive, and the heat's kind of getting to them, and it's kind of sucking down. So yeah, I'll sort that out later on. So yeah, that's a thing. But it is what it is at the moment. Probably by the end of the stream, it's all going to fall down. So
it's good. I like the LED light, and I've always liked that. And I always used to have just a white light in the back. And then I thought, I tell you what I need to do, folks. I'm going to be wearing a blue shirt, and I want it to feel like it's a little bit cooler on the stream. So I thought I'll go for blue. So I don't know if that's working for you boys and girls out there, but let me know. It's crazy.
It's all to do with the new change that's going to be going on in the background here, because this is all going soon. So this is all
He's frozen.
Oh, that's the best one.
It's solo in carbonite, folks. Look at that. That's the best one tonight, mate. Gotta love that.
amazing. Amazing.
He's back.
Amazing. It's been fine all this time.
That was a good carbonite one. Ooh, baby. Love it. Sorry, Solo, before you was rudely frozen in space and time, you was telling us something about your shelves. You're going to do something.
Yes. So all of this behind me, this is all going to be going soon, because that's why I'm experimenting with the lights. And obviously, there's a lot to do with the hidden side sets that's going to be coming up. So yeah, all this is going to be getting all very spooky behind me soon enough, and hopefully, it's going to turn into like a little hidden side city kind of thing going on, mixed in with a bit of Star Wars. So that's going to be the plan. but there's still a lot to work out. And plus my Mrs. Mock as well that she's working on in the background, which I've been told I'm not allowed to show any progress on whatsoever until it's actually finished. So hopefully,
Progress on your mock.
yeah, I'm not allowed to show anyone.
Well, are you allowed to tell us what theme it might be or anything like that?
It's kind of like it's definitely a passion project. So it's kind of like a mix up between like City, Star Wars, and now obviously we're going hidden side crazy. She's decided to integrate a little bit more spooky stuff going on the background there as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully a little bit different. It's cost me an absolute sodden fortune on Bricklink. So yeah, it should be hopefully pretty good, and hopefully people will like it. Hopefully.
So with more spooky stuff, Solo, are you going to build the Stranger Things set to go back there too?
Yeah, the Stranger Things set. I mean, I'm going to be building that to kind of keep on display. I think I can't see myself building that whole thing and then ripping it apart. I can't have a thing like that. But yeah, I think it's definitely something that could sit alongside it, perhaps, maybe. I don't know yet. I think that's a good food for thought.
Yeah, it goes with the team.
Yeah, it's food for thought. But first of all, I've got to build it.
I want to get that Stranger Things set, but I'm just going to wait until there's stuff out there that I don't want yet. Because I got to say, I don't know if anyone's seen it this week, the great big ship, the Lego City ship, which I absolutely adore, folks. £125 it retails for. It's already going for £95 already this week.
Where was that at?
Where?
It was Amazon Germany. But if you're an Amazon customer, then you can buy it from there, which is good. I mean, it's already going. Amazon UK is selling it for like 102.
Yeah, they are bringing it down.
So I tell you what,
I reckon that'll be one of the sets on the Black Friday deal. Gosh, that's going to go down.
You know what? I was just going to say, I don't want to talk about things too early, but Black Friday is coming, folks. It's not that far away now, and you know, what sort of stuff are you going to buy for that? Because I'm going to buy loads of discounted stuff if I can. That's for sure.
I think Takab's got a question for everyone there.
Oh,
he's saying, how long do you think it'd be until we get Lego Pokemon?
Oh.
I think pretty soon. I mean, because Mega Constructor lost the contract for him, so there's obviously something going now in the background. And obviously Nintendo own Pokemon, so the license to the name. So who knows?
I think if Pokemon come along, it might be a 4+ set.
Yeah.
They couldn't have it at the same level as Mario because it'll kind of conflict. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, do you think they could do something like what they did with Dimensions? You know, so you get all these characters and they'll be able to interact with each other. You know, so obviously you got the Mario and you can build up a little course because obviously Pokemon was on the old Nintendo DS and it was a platforming kind of game. So
that's not a bad idea, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, Mario and Pokemon are very different worlds, but yeah, you know, you got all those expansion packs that they could throw out there. You know, just saying, and you know, Pikachu and all that kind of stuff. So.
That'd be nice to see.
If that comes out, Lego, I want a cut of that.
I think so too. Rick Clicker, he's a man who's always after a good deal. He's saying that Costco, the UK Costco, that is, have the City ship for £100 and a lot of other sets reduced. For example, the AT-AT, he said he's going at £120 at Costco at the moment. I mean, that set's only been out a week, so I mean that's good going, isn't it? And Solo, have you done your AT-AT review yet?
Yeah, the AT-AT review is on YouTube. So as soon as this stream is over, that's going live.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, it was a bit hasty. You might be able to see, and there was a big accident that happened in the middle of it. Almost, yeah, something catastrophe happened in it, and I was like, "Do I take it out? Do I not?" And my missus was like, "You know what? Leave it in there. You might get a crack at it." So, yeah, something really bad happened in it that made my heart sick. But it was, hopefully you guys get a laugh out of it. But yeah, I mean, I think out of all the Star Wars wave, that is probably the best set. You could get, the 501st set, that was a fan requested thing. But the AT-AT, you got the money, really, really good. But I'm not going to ruin my review. That's coming out later. So watch it.
Good stuff. Look forward to that. You feel the tension building for the review, folks. So do check out that. It's they're always good fun where Darren's concerned. That's for sure. So yeah, it looks like CC is actually building what looks like the Easter egg section of the Nintendo.
Yeah, I am. So, okay. So now looking at it from afar, I see why they put this little black piece here, so that it can blend into the background, and then it just looks like a little mushroom.
It kind of hovers. You sort of think, well, it doesn't quite marry up, does it? But it's meant to be that. Yeah. And those buckets and everything like that. I think that is a significant level in the world of Mario. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was about, but I do remember it being quite significant.
Yeah, I think someone was saying it's like the first level.
Yes, I think you're probably right, actually, there, CP. Good. I'm liking that. Yeah, well done. Are you enjoying the build?
I am. It's been really enjoyable. It's been a lot of fun. I'm excited for the TV.
The screen works really well, doesn't it? For the actual, I don't know, the cassette. You put the cassette in there. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, this part. Yeah. It got stuck there. Is that how it's supposed to get stuck, right? Yeah, you kind of. It's when you put the cartridge in, you kind of press it down, it sticks, and then you should be able to then press it down, and it releases it.
Yeah, it's a nice little throwback to the original. Put the cartridge in. Yeah, I can't wait to get. I can't wait for this set. I really can't.
Cool.
Yeah, that level is level 1, 2, and what's significant about it is they're the warp pipes, so it enables you to jump around the game, which for back then was huge.
Cool. Oh, there we go.
There we go. We got there in the end, folks. So Take Our Studio says, "Oh no, Solo." I like that. It kind of rhymes. It rolls off the tongue. Solo. For AT-AT just before I made my review, and it was a disaster. Also, Solo, did you get 2 of them? I kind of want to get 2 of them, but I'm not sure. Solo,
it's a big investment. It is a big investment. Yeah, they are 139 quid each. But yeah, it is a lot of money. But my God, you're getting a great build and you're getting great troopers in it. Yeah, I've got 2 of them. But I got one of them on a bit of a discount, so someone gave me a voucher. So I was like, "Yeah, go on then, that'll do me." Bosh. So yeah, I got 2 of them. And yeah, I don't know whether to keep it in the box or build it. But trouble is, it is quite big, so I don't really know where I'm going to put it. So I'll probably just keep that one in the box until I move house, and then get all my AT-ATs out on display.
Yeah.
Don't know yet. But I recommend it anyway. But
yeah,
I'm ruining my review. What am I doing?
So, Matt, what's going on? I'm looking at all the bricks that you're counting up and stuff. And I've got to admit, I never keep this. So one thing, I keep an account of all my sets, but I cannot be bothered to keep an account of what bricks I've got. I count them up if I need them, of course. But what is it you're building that is so red?
Nothing in particular. Just sort of grabbing bits and pieces as I sort of need them. And yeah, it's just that sort of thing. Whenever I do the big sculptural builds and things like that, sitting there and then going, oh, how many of those pieces do I have? How many do I need to order from Bricklink or something like that? It's just too painful. So it's good just to have a rough idea. And any of the small pieces, I might count out 100 and then just weigh them and guesstimate the rest of it. So yeah, if you've got 250 versus 249, I'm not too worried.
Cool. And what is it you're going to build from all that? Sorry, your counting is fantastically on the ball, but are you building something secret or something that's coming up soon on the channel?
No, nothing in particular. It's just it's that sort of thing. You walk into pick a brick wall and you see the stuff there, because the way that works out is if you get the stuff off a Pick-a-Brick wall, it's usually about a quarter of the price if you then try to get it through Bricklink or wherever. But the problem is that you might see something which is good today, but you don't build something with it for 6 months, and at which time you're like, well, what am I doing, sort of thing. So there's a lot of little useful pieces, like anything that's white I generally get because I do a lot of prototypes and mocking things up, and it's a really versatile color. And then anything which is usually like a 2x2 or smaller shapes or round pieces. I mean, I'm thinking of doing a sort of like Macropolis build of the area sort of down near the Lego Holiday Let sort of thing. So I've got a bit of an eye on that in the back of my mind, and I look at the Pick-a-Brick wall and sort of like, okay, yeah, that piece I think will be helpful for that, or what have you. So it's a bit random, but then again, what you get off the Pick-a-Brick wall can be pretty random. But sometimes, they had a while back there the big green leaf pieces, and everybody grabbed them because they're great for foliage. But if you buy them again off Bricklink, they're a fortune. But if you get a cup full of them, the amount that you save is ridiculous.
Yeah, I've got to say, I love the phrase. I'm going to quote you on something. I've never actually walked into a Bricklink wall. I've walked into a wall before, folks, I tell you, especially being out on the town, shall we say. But I've never walked into a Pick-a-Brick wall. That would be quite fun. I'm not going to imagine the mess in all shapes and sizes. But yeah, so I'm right in saying then, Matt, the cheapest way, the absolute 100% cheapest way to buy your Lego is from a Pick-a-Brick wall.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can get the pieces on there, because you're not dealing with postage, and depending upon how you fill the cups and do things like that, it's easily a quarter to a third. And particularly, if you walk in and they've got things in mass, like everything's upstairs. But like when I did those little Lego scenario type things, like getting the clear big 2x1 by 5 pieces and being able to get 60 or 70 of those just in a couple of cups, it's like it's kind of a no-brainer. Whereas I think normally they're like 15-20p each on Bricklink. Like it's just and sometimes if you're building in quantity anyhow, then it's also too trying to get 100 or 200 or something goes across several sellers, so all of a sudden the postage is really starting to become a factor as well.
Oh yeah, no, it does. I tell you, I'm building something at the moment, folks. It's a custom set I built that I purchased, and maybe that'll be ready in the next week or so. I'm just waiting on one more Bricklink package. But yeah, the postage for a set that's maybe cost, I don't know, £40, probably a good 20% of that, Matt, has been postage costs. It really has. Yeah. So it pays. Obviously it pays folks to when you're buying something on Bricklink that you get as much as you can from one place. And also as well, I don't know if anyone's used Bricklink this week, but the terms and conditions have changed. Has anyone spotted that?
I haven't been on it.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I mean, Lego keep on, despite their no changes mantra, yeah, right. They keep on changing everything that's happening with it, so...
Yeah, I'm actually wondering, has anyone put on Bricklink yet a Mario figure? Take a look.
I haven't seen
it. Well, I haven't seen them in the US yet, but it's funny because I've seen ways people have gotten past putting things on Bricklink that haven't actually hit shelves yet, and that's by putting it as a custom item, which is funny to see.
Yes, you're right. Actually, that is how they got around that, isn't it? So
I saw that with the Osprey.
Yeah, that's a good one. Solo, did you ever get an Osprey? Oh, he's on mute. Solo, did you ever get an Osprey? Oh no, he's still on mute. I think he's trying to order his drink. But no, they're selling at the moment the Mario figure on Bricklink. This is interesting. Mario, main body, no costume, in original factory white box, removed. Anyway, that's £20. That's from Singapore, folks. Don't buy it from there. You'll be paying an absolute boatload for the shipping. The Mario in the USA at the moment is selling for £26.64. And if you're going to pay £26.64, you may as well buy the starter kit and get some more Lego with it. It's just pointless paying that for it. So you've had your Mario now for roughly a week. What do you think about it?
I love him. I'm playing with him all the time. He's all, like, I had him in the kitchen table the other day, and he's cool. Like, he falls asleep and stuff. He's just really good fun. But I was saying last night that if last night when I was talking to the other guys recording the podcast, he has pins, and in his trousers he has these little grooves, and the grooves fit into the pins. And they make him think he's like the cat or the builder or whatever. So it's pretty inexpensive way of changing what he thinks, of changing the part. It's basically just pushing in these pins. But it's just something like I copped onto. But I think he's awesome, really good little guy.
Yeah, have you bought the other costume? I bought the yellow one for him because I thought that goes pretty cool.
He's dying. I don't know what happened to him. No, I didn't buy any of them yet. I will get them. They're only 10 quid. So, but yeah, no. I really want Yoshi's house, Yoshi's hut.
That's what I want too.
Yeah, it's so cool.
So originally, I was not planning on getting any like the Mario sets, and I'm like, this Yoshi's house looks pretty cool, or Mario's house, but Yoshi's in it. I'm like, if there's a Mario figure, he would go really well with the set, like a minifigure. And then after seeing Chris, he was streaming, and then I had seen the size of Mario, and I started to think, I might want to get that. And now I'm like, all right, I've got to get that. But Hogwarts left me broke, so it's going to be a while before I can make any more purchases.
Lex, that would be a great title for a YouTube video. Hogwarts left me broke.
Yeah, that.
And just sit outside your house with a cup on the floor or something like that. With a little minifigure as well, need money for Lego sets or something like that. That would be quite funny.
GoFundMe for Lego sets.
Kill him off says London Bridge Brick. Someone keeps running me out. I don't know why that is kill him off. Maybe we've got some spurious accounts there tonight, my friend. Maybe we've got some DC action going on there. I mean, come on. I'm wearing a DC outfit tonight. For the love of God. But yes, so I hate the question for you. Then, do you think where do you think Lego will go next with Mario? What's the next thing that they can do?
I think the logical thing is more suits. Definitely more suits should be on the way. Maybe the wedding suit and stuff like that. Derek Good was saying last night. Everything you need is in here. So all you need are more barcodes and more suits. There's nothing really else they can do with it because you can't update it. I wonder if you could do a Bluetooth update with it. I don't know, but it's interesting. But yeah, the wedding suit I think would be good. Some more sets with the barcodes would be really good. But I'm not a Nintendo or Mario expert, so I don't really know.
Okay, good stuff.
Luigi.
That's what I was just going to say. If they could just make a couple more characters and make a couple more starter courses with a character like Luigi, I mean, I know that's kind of something other people have said and it's anticipated because, I mean, they already have the technology. It wouldn't be that hard for them to produce a Luigi. And that could be pretty cool to see. But I feel like we could get quite a few characters from that, which could be nice to see.
I was watching one of Chris's videos this week, and there was the dragon character, the green dragon. Do you think they could have done like some digital Bluetooth stuff with that character as well?
Yeah. You're going to get people giving out that they have to spend $50, €50, or how much is it in the UK? 45. You're going to get people giving out that they're going to have to buy another one of these electronic devices. I mean, people were giving out about Supergirl when she came as an exclusive with the PS4 version of Dimensions. People go nuts to buy another portal for her. So I don't know. People get a bit touchy, but if you're into Mario, you're going to buy a Luigi or you're going to buy a Princess Peach, as Takar pointed out.
So are they the primary characters in the Mario world?
Maybe Cece would know, but Luigi is his brother, and Princess is the girl that they're all trying to save.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Mario. I have very limited knowledge, but I just really like what Lego's put out for us, and I don't usually like when they try to integrate all the technology. Like I liked it's I don't know how I feel about like the powered up app that you can use to control trains. I kind of like just the physical remotes, but I think that they've done a great job with integrating the technology into Mario.
Yeah, I think so too. And so I kind of got the impression that you was kind of quite nicely surprised by how good it was, how well it's made. Your first impressions of that particular set was quite good, I think.
Yeah, the first time I saw it ever, I said I'm going to get that, and I put a pre-order on it, and then I cancelled it because I didn't think it would be as good. And then Just Too Good put a video out, and I said, "Oh, that's actually better than I thought." And then when we opened ours up on Saturday, I was really surprised at how good it is. I thought it was going to be much bigger, but he's not that huge. You know what I mean? He's not that big, and he's pretty good to catch things off. But technology-wise, I like it because I like technology.
Yeah.
But he's basically a glorified barcode reader. That's what he is.
I tell you what, that is a good thing to put in a review.
Yeah, well, you'll have to wait for that.
I tell you, if they change the barcode readers at the stores to something like Mario, I would probably go back to retail. Maybe.
That would be good. There was what was I going to say? I mean, it was a bit like when I went to the Lego store. I kind of thought, because everyone was wearing their face mask, which of course we all should do now when we go into shops, folks. We really should. Keep everybody safe and well. And but I think Lego have missed a trick. I think they should have like Ninjago face masks or something like that. To kind of, I don't know, make it a little bit more fun for kids, because it's very hard to tell about people's expressions these days because you can't see their mouths and stuff like that. You know, everyone's trying to read each other's body language by their eyes and stuff like that. And when you've got 4 eyes like I have, folks, it's a lot harder to read. I tell you, it really is.
I actually saw a commercial. I think it was like this morning or yesterday or something, but it was like a girl in a shoe shop, and she had a smile that was, or like it was a frown that was printed on her face mask, and the lady kept trying to show her shoes, and then I guess she picked out the shoes that she wanted, and then when it cut back to the little girl, it was now a smile. So I guess that's how they're doing it now.
That is, because everything is different. I've seen adverts as well, CC, where everyone's just wearing masks. It's weird. It's become the norm. So this lockdown, this global situation we're in has changed things. Like and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's only for the short term, folks. It really is. Well, at least I hope so. Anyway, but okay. So let's talk about when we all went shopping last Saturday. Then, I was wearing I was the first of 7 people in the Lego store over in Lakeside, in sort of south of London, near Kent and I went in there, and straight away, boom! I went straight for the NES, got that, and then I went to go and get the 501st Battle Pack, and boom! It all gone. And then I turned around, and this young kid came up to me. He says, "Oh, would you like this? Would you like it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'd love it, but have you got one?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've got a couple already." So I was like, "Oh," so I was super grateful, and yeah, that was mine. That's my most biggest takeaway I'll take from that. Not the fact that everybody was wearing masks or anything like that. And Lego were really good. They're still making you feel safe and very welcome. But boy, oh boy, there was people in there with like piles. I mean, like piles like that of Super Mario and stuff like that. It was crazy. It was great. What was your shopping experience like, Si?
We went there early. Well, I think we're about 20 minutes past 9, and no queue, no queue, no rush or anything. But there were lots of people buying Mario. There were like trolleys full of and kids, a lot of kids looking for Mario. Not that many people looking for the Star Wars stuff. But the 501st was in stock. I got the last AAT, and yeah, it was really good. It was fun. It was really good atmosphere as well. A lot of people just kind of buzzing around on a Saturday morning. It was great. Really good.
Okay, cool. So it was a pretty good experience then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting as well.
So I've seen some of your pictures and some of your. Well, you did a kind of a vlog and a Lego haul all in one, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, like when I got home, I think everyone had done a vlog that day. You know, everybody got in the car and went off. Even Cece did one. Potter Minifig Pals had done one. So everyone had the same idea. It was just crazy. And on the way home, Lorraine said to me, "Oh, Greg has done a vlog like you as well." And I was like, "Oh no!" But yeah, no, it was. I'd never done something like that. Well, I think I did the week before something like that, but nothing for a new release. Because you're a bit aware of yourself, aren't you? Like the people, unless it's Star Wars and everyone else is videoing it. Yeah, I had a really good time.
Yeah, I reckon. I mean, what about in America? Lex, have you been to the Lego store recently? Is there even a Lego store near you?
I have a Lego store an hour from me, and that's the closest one, which is really annoying. I wish it was closer, but I called because I was thinking, maybe I'll go and just to see what they had, and they were like, "Oh, we got the NES and blah blah blah," but the woman was like, "And that's it." And I'm like, "Well, what about this, this, and this?" She's like, "Oh yeah, those two." Also, and then she named another set, but there was nothing interesting except the NES and Mario. But I don't have any money to spend, so it wasn't worth going. I've just got some VIP points to redeem.
Yeah, and that's always a good feeling, folks. Getting free Lego, that's great. That is. We got someone new in the chat as well. A Tyrone Shadwell. He's I missed where he was from actually. He says good evening from Devizes in Wiltshire, UK. I for a time I actually lived in the West Country, and I have family in Wiltshire. I did. Nice to meet you, mate. Says I'm not a fan of the Mario stuff, but my little boy is so. So guess what? On the Xmas list, still waiting to get my Star Wars first battle pack. Well, Tyrone, you're in luck. I mean, I say you're in luck. I'm in luck. I was very lucky to get this. Simon's got one. Solo's got one. But you know what? If you are lucky enough to get one, please do count yourself lucky, because I tell you what, they're brilliant. So yeah, and hopefully there'll be a review coming out from me maybe next Wednesday, something like that. I'll do it the weekend and schedule it for a Wednesday. And I think Solo, did you say you've got a review coming out on Sunday for it?
Mm-hmm. I do, yes.
Very nice. He's actually doing it.
Yeah, there they are. There you go. If you ever want them,
show us your Lego.
I'm just going to do a bit of flexing for the USA here.
Oh, no, thank you, Solo. No, thank you.
I'm sorry, but yeah, no, they're pretty cool. Very, very nicely detailed. I give them that. The troopers are, up to Lego's actual standards, because there's been quite a few figures I think they've been doing lately. They've been slipping the ball, but the figures are really good. I'm not going to show off the droids because, well, they're droids. Everyone's seen them, but the actual builds themselves, they're really good. Really good. Not too many stickers in there as well. I think there's only about 8 stickers. I think there are. So there are only details as well. It's just these bits down the front here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool little set for what you pay for. It's really good. And the articulation in the ATRT as well. There's plenty of articulation there. You can actually make it look like it's running as well. So, which Lego's been failing quite badly on for articulation in recent years. So I was pretty happy to see that. And the BART speeder as well. Very good. Enough said.
What's your favourite out of it?
Put me on the spot there. They're both as good as each other, really, because this is a really nice. The ATRT is a really nice small little build, but I'm gonna have to go with the BART speeder because I hate that front gun that they put on there. Like I said, I know why they put it on there. It's a bit of playability, but that just works so much more better. The stud shooters integrate quite nicely in there. and there's plenty of storage for guns on the back of it as well. You got plenty of guns you can shove on there, so it looks proper for where that. I think if they just added a little turret underneath or on top here, I think it would have been the perfect set. But
and I gotta say, I think for £25, I don't know what you think about this site. I honestly think for 25 quid, it's well worth it.
Totally, yeah. I mean, you get like amazing minifigures. I'm not into droids, but you get droids to shoot with the stud shooters and 2 good vehicles. So really good.
I agree. I'm with you all the way on that, Tyrone. And Tyrone, you're new here, so welcome along. What I would like to say, Tyrone, because this is, I apologise if you have been here before, my friend, and not seen you. But anyway, so we're panelists. We're all YouTubers. All the details of everybody's channel you will find down in the description below. And a lot of the people out there, like say Just Build It, is a YouTuber as well. So we're all like-minded people. Let's tell us a little bit about yourself. You belong to Larg over in the West Country. And just so you know, I actually go to Wiltshire quite a lot, or at least around Wiltshire. I go every few months or so. I'm always you always find me in Bath or somewhere like that. And I used to live down in Devon. I lived there for a couple of years. So yeah, I love it around there. And Wiltshire's particularly nice, especially a place around there called Box. That's particularly nice. I've got a soft spot for Box. But yeah, so welcome along, my friend. You're in good company here, and and tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you really into Star Wars? Or have you got a Lego city? Do you like minifigures? Do you like building? Do you go to the shows? Because I just heard this week, folks. Si, this probably wouldn't affect you, but Matt may be wanting to go, and I certainly know Solo was going to go, but they cancelled the show in Swindon, which is only up the road from you, Tyrone. So. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed by that, if I'm honest. But
I thought they would, to be honest. Yeah, I think we're talking about it with Bricking It once before, weren't we? We're all going to go, but I thought they shut it down. I just can't see how they can control that many people. In that kind of proximity. I think it's be a very hard thing for them to control unless they cut it in half. And I can't see them doing that. Unless they really stretch it out instead of having it just for 2 days, maybe over like a couple of weeks. But then you've got to keep asking those people to come back every week so everyone can go see it. So yeah, I think unfortunately, gutted as it is, I think we just got to wait until next year now.
Yeah, I think just having a chat with some of the organisers in the background, and it's just a matter like across a lot of them. Realistically, I don't really see any shows before the end, like for the rest of the year, unless something dramatically changes. Because a lot of the feeling is as well too. It's sort of like it's not going to be the same experience, and they don't really want to limit things. And then if you're got kids and you're trying to control them and all the rest of it, it's just not going to happen. So
nice. It's just the way it is this year. I mean, I'm surprised, Matt, to a certain degree, that they left it this long. To actually cancel it. I think they thought maybe to a point they were going to get around it, get over it, and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. They just haven't, have they? And I think to a certain degree, it wasn't actually. Was it actually the Lego? Was it the organisers of the show, or was it actually? The people behind the museum that actually cancelled it?
It's hard to tell exactly who, but it's generally, the consensus with a lot of these things is just like, look, we want to put on a show. We want to have, as many people as possible interacting as what they normally would. And obviously that can't happen. So it's, everybody... I mean, it's the sort of thing too, going out to a lot of the different castles and things around London over the last couple of weeks, and even something like Hampton Court Palace last week, it was just dead. There was nobody there, and I was having a chat to the staff. It's like, is this just because it's a weekday? It's like, no, Saturday it's dead as well. So I still think there's a lot of people who just, they're quite concerned with going into public places and going to places as well. So there's just too much of a wild card of what the attendance will be like in any event if it does go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame, but I think they're doing right. At least we know now, anyway. We've got Brick in it in the house, folks. Hey, Chris, welcome along, my friend. Been enjoying your videos this week. If there's anyone out there who's unfamiliar with Brick in it, I'll be amazed if you are. But if you want to know anything about Mario, actually, there's two people here that know a lot about Mario. There is, of course, Chris from over at Brick in it, and there is, of course, Cy O'Connor as well. He knows a few things about it too. So do check out their channels, folks. I know anything Mario. Whew, they're the places that I've certainly been going to this week and last week as well. Loads of good content coming out from both channels. I'm loving it. So yeah, so there's going to be no shows this week or this year. Is there anything on the horizon that we can look forward to next year or anything like that? Matt, is there anything on your radar that you're kind of knowing about? I know you're kind of deeply ingrained with the AFOL community. What are you looking forward to for maybe next year now?
I think at this point in time, it's just too early to tell, because I think everybody's just sort of seeing, how the next couple of months pan out, and then that will then have greater visibility over what's going forward after that. Because, as we sort of know, it can change quite rapidly at this point in time, but it's like deal with one thing at a time and just get through the current lot of shows, which they generally don't seem to be going ahead.
Yeah, I suppose hopefully the world will reset by the beginning of next year, and and we could get back to business as usual as far as the shows and conventions are concerned. And have you got any in particular that you go to, Matt, especially around sort of like in England, or have you ever gone abroad at all to any conventions?
No, to be honest, I've only just come out of sort of the dark age aspect of it, so starting to look forward to doing some shows and things like that, and obviously along came COVID, so it's sort of like I think there's a lot of other people who've probably actually been to more shows than even what I have. So.
Yeah, there's a plumber. For sure. But is there any shows that anyone in particular around the world that's out there at the moment? Chris, is there any at all around where you normally go to? Because I know you're kind of based very up north in Manchester. Was there any particular shows that you kind of, I don't know, religiously go to or anything like that? I mean, we've got loads down here around in London. And also as well, like London last year, we had a massive one at the Tate Gallery where they had, I think it was 3 cubic tons of white bricks. Honestly, folks, it was like a scene out of Hoth. And people were just given a mountain of bricks, and all they had to do was build cities. And that was absolutely phenomenal. That was in Tate Gallery itself, because you had this ginormous, great big hallway that actually was fabulous, because it was just such a lot of space, and you had such a lot of Lego. And then people would just go around these ginormous, great big tables, probably IKEA tables actually, and they would build just anything that came into their head. And it was always a city, of course. And there was literally, I was there day one, and it was just flat. It was just nothing there. There was just one giant cube that someone had constructed. And then I went back a week later, and everything was like, oh God, there was some stuff that was like 12 feet high. It was absolutely humongous. So yeah, I might put that down in the description below at some point, because that was quite unique. And not many people were doing, were actually covering that. But anyway, that was a really good experience. Cy, what about over in Ireland? Is there anything that happens over there as far as Lego's concerned?
Last year they started off one big convention called Brickfela, and it was put on by Brick.ie. I don't know if you would have heard of them, but they're an Irish lug. They're the biggest lug over here, and they had fairy bricks over, and it was brilliant. And Jessica Farrell from Lego Masters UK was there, and it was brilliant. And she built this enormous department store, and that was set to be going to, I think it was either going to go off to Billund or it was going to go to Harrods or somewhere. But it was really good. First of its kind over here, like a proper one. There's been small ones, but this was a really good one. and it didn't take place this year, obviously because of the virus. But yeah, like we got to experience what you guys experienced.
So, so talking of hidden side and stuff like that, Sky, do you know is hidden side still going to be a thing in a year's time, or do you think that hidden side will be a thing that just kind of goes away?
I didn't hear what you said. Say again.
Do you think that hidden side will become a thing of the past, or do you think hidden side is here to stay?
Well, I had a really good comment on that video that I did the other day. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can now. So I've just muted Matt. He's making a hell of a noise.
I had a really good comment on one of my videos yesterday, day before, from Jang Bricks. He actually came on and made a comment, and it was a real one because I checked, and he watched the video and he agreed with me that Hidden Side is probably finished, even though that person was told by the customer service rep that there's a new wave coming. But that wave is coming to America. It has been out. So when that wave goes to America, it could be finished by January. It could go by summer. But I think that's the last wave. But if you look into the languages, well, the person said with a bunch of new sets coming, which American and Canadian people use as a phrase. So I think it might be gone.
Yeah. It is a shame, though. And I'm with you on this, Tyrone. I actually thought universally that everybody liked Hidden Side. You know, I mean, I'm a big fan of it. Daily Brick, do you like Hidden Side?
Well, I have nothing from the theme at this moment, but it's definitely a theme that I've really liked to see what comes out of it. There's a couple sets in particular that I really want to get. One is the shrimp boat, I think it is, and then there's a little shack that goes well with that. Those two are something that I plan on getting. But I thought everyone liked it. I didn't know sales were bad. It seemed like everyone was getting Hidden Side sets.
Yeah, I agree. The stock in the shops that I was in was always being replenished, and it was being bought, even though the box art was a bit rubbish. But I think they may have had a plan that it wouldn't last. Like Monster Fighters didn't last that long, even though people would have liked it to. They could have had a plan to keep it, you know, at a short lifespan. But if you look at Ninjago, that was supposed to be a short team as well, and that's gone for years. So I don't know. It'd be brilliant if they saw people wanted Hidden Side to stay and kept it. I really do. I was more excited that Jang Bricks left a comment on the channel. I was like, woo! Because he's famous for not looking at people's videos, and I've never seen anyone say they got a comment. So I was over the moon.
Yeah, no, that's very cool, mate. And Jang, if you tuned in, nice one, mate. That's cool. It's cool, man. It's very cool and well deserved as well. I think you do some great stuff on your channel. I really do. Solo, what do you reckon then? What's your thoughts on Hidden Side?
Guys, to be honest, I think I can't agree with Sai. That Hidden Side's done. I think it was probably one of those kind of things that was going to be ended. I think Lego probably already had it in their mind that it's going to be a 2-year thing, and I think Monkey Kids was going to be the thing that's kind of like going to replace it. The box art let it down, but I think no matter what, whether it done well or not, I think it was just going to be something that was going to come to an end. It's really sad to see it go because the sets and the app, the interaction with it is really, really good. But yeah, it's a shame to see it all go. But there you go. I mean, I watched Brick Clicker's thing, and like Sai said, you know, the certain terminology was kind of like, yes, there's a new wave coming out because the wave has come out, but it hasn't gone worldwide because it's not in America yet. But there's only so much customer service knows. They don't, you know, they've got a script in front of them, and that's the thing that they're going to go by. The people above them, they kind of go, they've got other things planned. So I think this is the last year for it. Unfortunately, it's a bit sad. It's sad to see it go because they were so good.
But because the thing is now I kind of know that they are retiring. I'm kind of thinking to myself, is it even worth buying them now? Because if the sets are going to the sets are going to retire. I mean, I in the recent sales, I bought 2 of those buses. You know, the yellow buses they got, and there was a back order for those for weeks. But I ordered one quite a while ago, and I funny enough, that came on Saturday through the post, which you guys would have seen in my Lego haul. I got another one come this week as well, and they're really good to have. Those are, but and I think they're genuinely they're quite decent investments because. Oh, what's that one? So is that that's the Shrimp Shack, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and Greg, that's something you should think of getting maybe because that would fit into your Lego city.
Yeah,
there's the hidden part of it, but you only activate that by flipping pieces of Lego. Do you know what I mean? So you're not going to see it unless you want to, and that's a really good integration into. That would have a really good integration into a city. Yeah. The high school as well. It looks brilliant. Just don't take the concept.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking for when I expand my city. For the most part, I want it to be, just neat modular rows and road plates, but I could definitely see myself using buildings like those if I were to make an ocean just on the coast. But I feel like that could be fun to do, and that's a really awesome set. I don't know if anyone here has it built, but it looks to be really cool.
Well, I mean, you look at the back of them. I mean, because I'm just looking at the back of the box. I mean, I've only built one hidden size set at the moment. But like the minifigures that they put inside there are really well thought out and they're really well designed. I mean, you look at the back of the ghosts on that, they're really, really good. The transclear heads that they got on there, they're just really good. And also just like the 2 minifigures, the other 2 minifigures as well. They're just the dual molding that they've got on them is just phenomenally well. That Lego's put a lot of money into this theme. Yeah, and to kind of cancel it now, it's sad, but
it's not been going long enough, really. I mean,
the thing is that it's not the first time they've done it. I mean, Bionicles, they just kind of cancelled that. It just kind of like, well, we're done with that. Off you go, mate. And that was doing phenomenally well. Bionicles was. Yeah. They had own TV show, loads of different sets, and even background themes that they're putting out, and then they just went done.
Really weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. But I kind of want to know where Barnacles, it was kind of going through the time when Lego was kind of losing a bit of money as well. So whether Barnacles was that, I don't know. But it just got canned. So, and I think Hidden Size was one of them. We don't know, obviously, we don't know how much money they were making out of it. But as we're aware of, they might be making a loss out of it. They probably sunk too much money into it. And
yeah. They must have. If they're making money, they're not gonna not sell it. But I don't know. I mean, there's the Hidden Side New Haunted High School, which is set number 70425. That was I've seen that discounted down to £70 before. That was Argos did that, so that might be one that I might get. I tell you what, I did buy the other day, Simon. In fact, I tell you what, I'm going to go and get it. As it happens, go and get it. But just there, I've got a few sets just outside here. And,
that's the room for the vault.
Yeah. We're gonna hear.
Going down the pop.
I haven't put them in the vault yet. They're at this moment unaccounted for. But I got this one, and I think this. I spoke to Chris about this from over at Brickheadz, and I think he said that something like Brick Clicker said that's his favourite one. This is the
train. The train.
This particular one is the train, and I've got to say, folks, it's for the money. It was fantastic. I think I paid. It was Amazon was doing it for something like £39 or 45. It was £45. It's still a lot cheaper than it normally is. It really was, or really is. And you got this figure. You got a whole bunch of cool figures there. Look at all those. Yeah. And it's just such a shame that they're saying goodbye to it. But this particular train, I'll motorise this. This is one of 3 trains that I wanted to get. The motorised one being the Intercity one. The other non-motorised one being the Hogwarts Express, which I will motorise.
Me too.
This one. So that was quite nice. And for once, it actually came very well packaged. Unlike a lot of stuff that I get from Argos. Which drives me absolutely bananas, folks. It really does.
I think I actually had something dropped off a little while ago, and it was actually from Amazon. And I know it was a Hidden Side set. Lucky enough, the box was all right, but they just shoved it in a bag. I was like, hang on, come on, it's like put it in a box. I think I had a box like this size, and it came in this dirty, great big Amazon box. I was like, and then I get this big set, and it comes in a carrier bag. I was like, gotta be kidding.
The other thing about Hidden Side, I don't think it was sold in parts of Asia. One of my subscribers, Blizzard Swordmaster, hello, he was saying that he can't get them in the Philippines.
Really?
Yeah, he has to import them, and Monkey Kid isn't available in the Philippines either.
Well, that's ridiculous. I mean, the whole thing is Asian based.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Madness.
Yeah, that's
Madness.
crazy. Bricklicker. Bricklicker, did you see the train, the Hidden Side train set? Is that one of your favourites? I'm sure someone somewhere told me.
Yeah,
it was.
it said in the comment section, yeah, that's my favorite from 2019.
Good stuff. Sorry, apologies, mate. I didn't see it. Tell me, Bricklicker, why I've got you captivated here in the chat. Why is it one of your favourite sets?
Well, I think we were talking about this on one of my streams. I think it was Woodshop Teacher. You were saying that he's got that set, and I think he's got quite a lot of Hidden Side sets, but he takes all the hidden features out of it and makes it into an actual set. And I think he's done that with a train. I think he's taken the wings out of it and all that kind of stuff and just turned it into a bog standard train, which is pretty cool actually. But I think it kind of defeats the point of having a Hidden Side thing. But each to their own. It's Lego, isn't it? So do what you want with it.
Well, yeah, I think that's cool.
I think it's actually a really good idea because I don't think we've gotten a big yellow school bus before, and a high school, like all that dark brown, like just looks like a classic, like upstate kind of high school. So that's why I particularly want it, and we haven't gotten those designs anywhere else.
No.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize just how big that is. I know Ruth from Adorabuild had showed her hand in comparison to it, and it's
I
huge.
love that. Yeah,
I was thinking of getting it, and then I saw the size of it, and I just think it would look too out of proportion to the other vehicles that I have right now.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Si, I'm actually going to go and see some family tomorrow. To have a barbecue of all things, folks. A barbecue at last in the summer. It's guaranteed heat tomorrow, folks. I'm having a barbie.
I'm here, man.
You'll be proud of me, Matt. You'll be proud of me. I'll be opening up titties and all sorts of things. I will be, and I'll probably put a shrimp. I'll put a shrimp on there as well. But there's a Smythe's or Smith's, I should say. A Smith's, not a Smythe's. I think hopefully they've got one in because that set is £33.99. I don't know if that's a discount or what, but
what set's that?
The Hidden Side Shrimp Shack Attack.
You know what the most gutted thing? Argus actually got it on there. I was looking at it earlier on. It's sold out everywhere. I believe I've been trying to find it, but Argus have actually got it on there. I think it was like 20 something quid. I think it was. Hang on, let me just bring it up on my phone.
Let's have a look.
Bibbidi bubbidi bubbidi boo. Hang on, it was this. Oh god, it's disappeared now. Of course it was. Please stand by. Go to commercials. Yeah, 22.99. It was £42, and they got it on for £22.99. And yeah, it's completely sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
In Argos, that is.
I
can't speak to how much it would be in Smith Toys. I think I was looking at it earlier on. No, hang on, wait, I bought it.
Well, Smith Toys are doing it about 33% off then, which isn't bad.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm looking at it again. I was like, oh, I must buy it again. But I don't know what sets I bought anymore because I've just been going on a massive spending spree lately.
Oh,
my missus keeps telling me stop it. But every time I seem to go to a Smith Toys, I always end up walking out with something.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. I've seen your Lego hauls, and I've really actually got to film something like that. I've really got to do something about it.
I have another one coming.
Have you?
Yeah.
There's so much that I want. I went through Lego.com and just put every set that I want in a cart, and it's pretty expensive. And there's some sets, and I just chose everything that I even remotely want. Nothing that I'm in love with, but just so much stuff. And I'd love to check out that cart. It'd come in such a big box. There's like 30 something sets in there.
That's amazing. Win the lotto.
Yeah, have you done the Euros tonight, Si?
No, I forgot, and it's over. Oh,
Oh,
I think there was 10 guaranteed millionaires tonight.
no way.
Oh, could you imagine being a millionaire and being into Lego? It'd be crazy.
You
It'd be
made
gone
it
like
would have all
that.
been wiped out by the end of tomorrow.
Could you imagine? I tell you what I do, folks. If I won the lottery, right, I would grab a whole load of friends of mine, all Lego YouTubers. I'd get Si over. I pay for. I'd commission a private flight for him, his family to come over. We all bundle down to Leicester Square. We watch a movie, grab a McDonald's. We go into Leicester Square's Lego store. All of us. I think you'd be there as well, Lex. And I tell you what, I'd say to all the people in the shop, I say, right, all right, everyone, bugger off. It's just for YouTubers, just for half an hour. And I just say, go crazy, guys, buy whatever you fancy. That's what I would do if I won the Euro Millions, folks. And I tell you what, I'd have some great big fat giveaway as well. I get the most expensive Lego blooming card that they do, and we just go crazy for a day. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That would.
That'd be awesome.
Right, come on, Greg, win the lottery. I got Learning Falcon that daddy needs.
Come on, we can do it, folks. We can do it. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What else? What have we got going on in the chat? I spotted the Nordic Brick Productions, who earlier on, he's going to be getting tomorrow. He's going to be buying this set tomorrow. The 501st. I mean, the thing is, right? They call it the 501st Legion Clone Troopers. I think, are we safe to say amongst the Lego community that we're calling it the 501st Battle Pack?
Go for it. I'd say why not? It seems more fitting, as that's what was campaigned for.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Now, this is the question. Do you think they're going to do differently? So if we go with, like, is this going to be another sub-theme for them? Because obviously we got battle packs, which are generally quite small, and they put rubbish officers in them, which kind of ruins them. Oh, hey, Nala, I didn't see you there. He just kind of appeared in there.
Hey!
Hi.
Hi, Greg.
Hey!
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Say hi, Lex.
Hi, Lex.
Hi.
Say hi, Darren.
Hi, Dan.
Say hi, Cece.
Hi, mate.
Say hi, Matt.
I know.
Greg.
Hi,
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
All right, see you soon. Oh, look at that, Batman!
Hey, Batman.
There you go. Back.
We got the White Knight in the stream, and we got the Dark Knight as well.
It's my favourite colour. Batman is when he's in that blue. I think he looks fantastic.
Really good.
Oh, that's cool, isn't it? That was funny as well. We had Bruce Wayne in the chat earlier on as well. What a small world we live in, folks.
A small world.
It really is. Oh, here we go. So yeah, that was lovely. Brickstuff says it's PR. It's Brett Builds whetting their appetite for coming attractions. Yeah, it is. Brett, how you doing anyway? Did you see my little bit of flex in there with the inside train, my friend? That's a lovely set. That really is. I'm gonna have to try and get this Shrimp Shack set. I am psyched, but you can't get it for home delivery. That's for sure from Smith's. So I think I'm gonna have to maybe someone like I don't know, maybe John Lewis might sell it or something like that. Who knows? Oh, Direct Asda, they might, but I think Amazon sold out of it now. But let's go John Lewis. Yeah,
The Entertainer?
oh, the Entertainer. Yeah, I always forget the Entertainer.
We don't have one here. I know you have one.
Let's have a look. Lego.
Oh God, I'm on Amazon for the United States right now. I looked up Lego Hidden Side. Everything is on sale. Every Hidden Side set except the train in the castle. In the high school, not the castle, is on sale. Like, you've got the $40 for that awesome Shrimp Shack. I really want to get that.
Yeah.
$23.99 for the Hidden Side shrimp boat.
That is amazing. I tell you that is good value. It really is. You guys get some stonking sales. Well, I mean,
You do.
it's funny though, isn't it? The Americans moaning at us But we seem to get generally overall cheaper prices. But boy, when the Americans have a sale, folks, poof, the prices are slashed.
Yeah, there's
seems like the entertainer seems to do hidden size by the looks of that.
No, they don't. They don't do any of them. John Lewis. Let's see if John Lewis has got any Lego hidden side in it. That's always my last port of call, because they will price match people like Argos.
They do it, and not only that, the Lego castle is actually cheaper than anywhere. The hidden size castle is actually cheaper than anywhere else so far.
In what shop? What shop?
John Lewis.
And the entertainer, I don't think they do. Yeah, do they do hidden side? No.
Entertainer don't do them. No.
Yeah, Brickheadz explained it.
Are they the same company that wouldn't sell the Monster CMF minifigures?
It seems that would be the case based on what Bricklicker said.
I think there's I think there's maybe a religious thing that they don't do stuff like that. I vaguely remember hearing something like that they don't. They don't believe that they should sell demonic things or something. I'm in Ireland, so no one's going to come and kick my ass. But yeah, so.
I tell you what, though, you are right. I mean, there is a set 100%, folks. I will buy, and that is the Lego Hidden Side Mystery Castle, because that is a lovely looking set.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna probably do a solid stream on that. Stream until I finish it. I think that I really want to build that, and I don't know. Every time I do a stream, I never seem to build it.
Yeah.
I want to build it, but I want to get this finished in the background.
I tell you what, I do want to buy as well, and I'm going to build it as well, because I think it reminds me of the Lotus, the car, the Lotus, and that's the new Supernatural race car, set number 70434. I love that one. Set number 70434. You look at that side. Tell me what you think. I think it looks absolutely lovely. That car. It's completely over the top. But
I get what you mean by the Lotus. The colours are definitely right, but it looked like no Lotus I've ever worked on.
No, but if you notice though, there's a figure in it. Is an absolute copy of one of the Knights of Ren.
Yeah, I think it is though. It looks like exactly the same kind of thing. The colours are a little bit different.
Well, he's got like blue wings, but the rest of him, he's very similar to him. He's even got the same weapon.
Yeah, I see what you mean there. The chest is different as well. It's got colours. The colours are different, aren't they? But
yeah, that's pretty cool.
What set number was it? Did you say?
It's the 704034 Supernatural race car.
I like the figure. There's a figure in it side. He's got like it looks like a nougat bowler hat. I think it looks pretty cool.
Oh, I see. Oh, that car flies.
Yeah. I like it. It's kind of it's a cross between a Lotus and let's put that on there. Yeah, side. Go on. Show us up to the camera. There it is. What do you guys and girls out there in the chat think of that? That's weird. Looking at that, look, €29.99.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the same thing, folks, and it's £24.97. It's weird, isn't it?
Well, they don't give you back pennies over here. It's just like they don't. It's just like you give them the $29.99, and they give you they keep the money. They keep your money.
They do indeed. As Just Build It says, it's very an absolute fact. A man after my own heart, you are, Just Build It. He says, London Bridge Bricks. I wish we had a Target and a Walmart here in the UK.
Yeah.
I wish that as well. I really do.
Yeah. Well, we do have a Walmart here, but it's really, really, really bad. It's called Asda. And their toy selection, their Lego selection is rubbish.
Yeah, so sometimes our Walmarts and Targets are really understocked, but Walmart especially, you'll sometimes just see some super nice clearance there. Not as often with Target, but Walmart really often does. But of course, I'm never able to get anything.
Oh mate, I sit there and I watch Hive's vlogs. I sit there like, man, that is just not fair. It's real. I mean, I know obviously you guys as well. You get really weird stuff. Like I obviously was speaking with Highville and as well. It's like he picked up the Mandalorian Brickhead like weeks before it was out for sale, and he kind of goes up to the till, hands it over, and it's like, no, you can't buy that until they release. It's like, why put it on the shelf then? Put it right there.
I just don't get why they would put something on the shelf. So I got a Mario character pack, and I was expecting them to say, no, you can't. You can't. But surprisingly, I could.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I just find that bizarre. But each country's got their own things, haven't they? So
well, you guys were pretty fortunate to be able to buy the Lego house sets. On your Lego.com. That was cool.
See, it's also weird because it was like the 8080 as well. I got that a week before general release. It's because John Lewis just decided to go, we just out they go.
Like I think we're getting the 501st Battle Pack and probably the other summer 2020 sets August 15th from Target stores. But I'm redeeming my VIP points for a 501st Battle Pack, so I've got to wait.
Yeah.
Oh, got him, man. Got it. But at least they're starting to sift through, though, aren't they? At least they're starting to get out there and get going.
They're trickling through. They're coming through, which is good.
Then you won't have to watch us Irish and English people going, hey, look what we got.
You're still waiting on your Harry Potter sets, and like they're ancient news to us.
Yeah.
We got ages to go. Well, what sets are you waiting for, Lex?
So I am really looking forward to getting the Harry Potter sets. When I can, I'll be getting most of the wave. There's a couple sets that I just don't need, but I have to get the figures for them because I'm collecting them all. There's a couple Star Wars sets I'm interested in. I don't know if I'll just get the figures from the AAT, from Bricklink. It depends how much they're going for. I could either see people putting a ridiculous price tag on them, or they could be reasonable, especially when you look at the 501st Trooper. There's 3 of the normal 501st Troopers in a $30 set. So I'm hoping they're going to be around $4. But then I looked at something like the 20th anniversary Imperial Dropship, which came with 3 Stormtroopers and 1 Shadow Trooper. And it was a $20 set, but those Stormtroopers are still like $4. So it's interesting. I'm hoping to get a lot of the troopers from Bricklink, though. As for other sets that are coming out, I do really like the Art line. I think there's some really cool stuff there. I want to make the big Darth Vader with 3 of them, but that's pretty expensive.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those mosaics in shops at all so far. Only on Lego.com. So are they a Lego exclusive then? Are they?
I don't know, but we don't have the Sith one available yet because that's a Star Wars set, and we don't have the Star Wars sets yet. I know we have Iron Man. I've got to see if we have any of the other mosaics. I'm pretty sure we have the Marilyn Monroe one too, but
no, I think Iron Man was the only one that we got, at least on August 1st. And and you can pre-order the other ones on Amazon right now.
Speaking of pre-order, there were 2 Harry Potter sets that you could pre-order from Lego.com. One was Hedwig and one was the Burrow. And I noticed that the day that it happened, so I put that in the video, but then like 1 or 2 days later, you couldn't pre-order them anymore, and we're still waiting.
Yeah, that happened to me. It was in my cart and stuff, and I was gonna go ahead and pre-order, but then I was like, well, it doesn't really say when it's gonna get here, and I don't want to pre-order something indefinitely when I could get it from somewhere else.
Cece, did you get a refund from Zavvi? Because didn't they just not ship it to you?
Yeah, I did. I got a refund because it took a month for me, and like they didn't tell me anything. I had to contact them, and for them to say, "Oh, sorry, it's sold out." And it's like, well, I ordered it a month ago. I'm pretty sure it wasn't sold out back then.
Yeah, I don't really understand how that can happen. I'm curious if that was a common thing that was happening to them, if they were just flooded with sales because they were carrying the new sets, or.
Yeah, I don't know, but I also realize now that when you click on certain items on Zavi, it'll tell you when it's gonna ship. It'll say like usually 10 days or usually 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so Hedwig was one of the ones that said usually 10 days, but a lot of the other ones usually 24 hours. So now I know that if I want to get something from them, it's gonna have to be one of the 24-hour ship, rather than 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, I mean, Zavi actually. Sai, do you ever buy any Lego from Zavi?
No, I've heard of them. Obviously, I've heard them for a long time. No, I get you to get them in Smith, my Lego in Smith. There's an art shop that sells Lego here where I live, so I'm quite tight with them. Which is handy because if I can't get something on the day, they'll hold something, and they have a lot of old stuff. Like they've got a Lego Batman shuttle on hold for me there, and
Oh, wow.
Solo. What's that weird thing called from the Solo movie that picks up the other thing? I don't know what it's called. It's a weird. I cannot remember.
How's it go?
It basically comes along, and I don't know if it picks up the train or what it picks up in from the Solo movie.
The AT hauler.
Hauler, yeah, that's the one. They've that on hold for me. And like I went in there last week, the week before, or the week before. They've hold it. It's on hold for ages, and I saw it, and I was like, Solo Lego. I never got any. Never bothered with any of the Solo sets at all. Saw that and said, "Hold that for me, please. I'll be back in a month." I go in every week. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I went. I don't know whether you'll have them over your way, but I went into a shop called Friendwix or Friendwix, whatever they call themselves. Very, very like it's another place like John Lewis. I think they're a bit smaller, but I was really surprised to see that they still have the 20th anniversary Snowspeeder in there as well. I was really surprised by that, and they had quite a few on the shelves as well, and also the Cloud City set still sitting up there as well. I was like, and they've got 10 of them in stock. I was like, I'm guessing you're not selling them, but they're selling them at full value. There's no discount on it. The Cloud City set is still £300, and the Snowspeed I think was like $25.99 or something like that. I was like, whoa, okay, maybe if you drop the price a little bit, they'll just disappear off your shelves. But yeah, no, I was really surprised at that.
So I just looked up the value of these figures, and I could sell this for like $80, and it's really tempting, I have to say. But
I'll give you a $5 for them. I think that's the right conversion, right, for them.
And do I have to cover the international shipping?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's about £2 as well, isn't it? I think.
Lex, I would advise against selling those figures, because in order for you to replace them later on, it's going to be a pain in the neck, especially with Diagon Alley coming out. I hear that they're going to take the castle off the shelves.
That's what I was thinking, because I don't think they want the two $400 Harry Potter sets competing with each other, like for sales, because I just feel like they want to segue it so people just are like, oh, Hogwarts isn't available. Okay, I'll just buy this other $400 Harry Potter set.
So do you think now is a good time to, from an investment point of view, to buy the castle?
Yes, because I would assume that it's going to sell out or just get out of stock pretty soon, because it was out of stock in the United States for about 2 months earlier, and so which was just ridiculous. It came in stock for a day or two, sold back out again. I'm pretty sure it's available now, and I'm sure when it discontinues, it's going to be like, what's that Lego Movie 2 set? The one with the Statue of Liberty that's fallen.
Oh, Apocalypseburg.
Yeah, didn't that get really expensive? Because I could picture this being like that. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking that this is going to be something like that. It's definitely going to increase in value. So if that's something you do, it's a bit of a gamble being a $400 set, but I feel like it could definitely pay out.
Yes, sorry, it's £350, that set. It's temporarily out of stock at the moment, they're saying. But wow, what a set. And how
it's huge.
So it's the 16 plus set, folks. It's you get 2,800 VIP points if you buy it. It's set number 71043, and it comes with an absolute staggering 6,020 pieces. That is incredible.
I've seen it when it goes on sale. It gets down to about £259. So you got to be quick for it though.
Yeah. Where have you seen it on sale? Would that be like John Lewis or something like that?
Oh yeah, I think it was John Lewis.
I've never seen it on sale in the United States. I'm curious if it ever has gone on sale, because even on Bricklink, it never goes below the retail value.
That's interesting. Yeah, maybe it's just a UK thing where it does that. But it even comes with nano figures. Have you put together your nano figures yet in their little area?
They're so small. I haven't put them around the castle yet because I still have a big section right there. But here's how they came packaged. There were 2 bags like this, and I'll put them in the hand of a minifigure so you can really see how small these are.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, it's an awesome set. I mean, just the detail they packed into it. Like, they have single elements that are supposed to represent things, and you can tell what they are. It's just so funny that there's a 1x1 black tile that's supposed to be the Tom Riddle's diary, which I don't know if you've read or seen the movies, but that's from Harry's second year at Hogwarts. And it's funny that they're decorating this with just single elements to represent things like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool, man. It's a classic set, honestly. The piece count for that is unbelievable. I'll be interested to know how many spare pieces you get from that set. That would be quite awesome.
Yeah,
it really would be. We've got a couple of new people that have joined in the chat. Welcome, my friends. We've got the fabulous Lego Fan UK. And we've got Tony Raven McCullum. Welcome, my friend. Tony asked a really good question. He says, what do you guys think of the new piano set? Shall I start with you first, Si? What do you reckon of the piano set?
I really like it. I think it is class. If I had the money, I'd buy it, no problem. I mean, it looks class. It just oozes class. I mean, have that in one of your rooms sitting there. And on the other side of the room, have your Nintendo Entertainment System. You've got 2 amazing showpiece Lego sets. I mean, I think it's brilliant. I wasn't going to get it to start. I think I'll get it now because it's just so well made. And some of the parts are amazing as well. Yeah, I think it's something to get. Something that might be overlooked and people will really want to get when it's near retirement as well.
Yeah, I agree, Si. I'm with you. I will probably buy it near retirement because that is a one-off set. And I think it's going to be one of those sets that even sets, folks, that don't sell particularly well. There comes a time when you can't buy it anymore, and then people go, I kind of wish I bought it now. So I'm with you, Si. Darren, you're a bit of a. He's gone.
Okay, he did not like that question.
He's just kind of gone. He's gone.
Don't talk to me about a piano.
Yeah. Well, that's what he thought about that. Anyway, so Matt, you're a kind of a classic artist. What do you think of a classic musical instrument in the form of a grand piano?
I saw that and supported that when it was on the ideas because we did piano and things like that as well, and loved the idea of it and the way they had it initially set up and everything like that. I was a bit disappointed in the way that it then for the price point, because it's £320, you've got I think it's the 8 songs which you play by just pressing the key. So I get it in terms of you press the key and it advances the note and things like that. But it would have been nicer for the price point to see it sort of like, if you press the C key, it comes up with a C note or something like that, which given that they've got the technology in the Mindstorm stuff already, like it's not like they'd have to build that from scratch. So I think though, because you had the ideas set, because that only got through recently and it's already like in production on the shelf. I think they've rushed it and they just haven't had time to do that app properly, which they could have done a lot more with. And I think that would have made it better value. It's one of those sorts of things, and it's something which Kevin Hinkle says a lot in terms of it's getting shelf space in different places. Like that will get shelf space in a music store. That will get shelf space. And that's when you start looking at it like a piano for something like that. You're talking even secondhand ones are thousands. So you walk into a piano store and they're 1,000. You're dropping an extra £320 on a piano. You're not really going to think about it too much. So
like dots that opened the market. They were seen in random places that Lego wouldn't have otherwise been. So I think that's smart on Lego's part to take things like that and produce sets for them.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're really after. It's the new shelf space. It's like they know that they're going to sell Lego sets in a Lego store. They know they're going to sell it in Smiths and those sorts of things. But the Nintendo stuff, I was walking past the game shop the other day. It was all fitted out, and then Game was doing some promotion there in terms of if you buy this set, then like the Lego Mario stuff, you buy the starter set and you get like a £10 credit off another game in the store, sort of things. So it's all getting into that new retail shelf space. So I think there's some really smart things there that they've done well. I'm disappointed with the way that they've done the app with it, but overall, yeah, it's one of those sorts of things. I'd be much like the rest of it. If it's an idea set, it's probably only going to last for a year. So hopefully, can pick it up on sale because there's no way of paying full retail for it.
Yeah, no, I'm the same as well. I don't want to pay full retail for it if I can help that. Equally, though, folks, I will definitely be buying Home Alone. How about you, Si? What do you think of that one, my friend?
Day one, brilliant. I love Christmas sets. I have almost all of the newer Christmas sets. I don't have the older ones. Like I wasn't around in Lego when they were doing those ones. But I have all of the new Lego sets. The Christmas ones, I've got the fire station, I've got the Santa's workshop, I've got all those things. And this is just another one that's going to come. Obviously, it won't go with some of those, but it will with the fire station, and it'll go brilliantly in the city. I just can't wait for that. I don't care how much it is. It's awesome. And it has a back on it, thank God.
Yeah, I picture that being like the Simpsons house in the dollhouse style, where it opens in the back, which would be pretty cool. I have a couple things on the piano. One thing is, I don't really know how the app works, and Matt, you said you have issues with it, and I can't judge it off of that, but from a just looking at it standpoint, I think it looks really good for what it is. I can't tell the scale of it, like the Mickey and Minnie Brickheadz, or not Brickheadz, the buildable characters. I thought they were a lot smaller than they actually were until I saw them in comparison to someone's hand, and I realized how big they were. I haven't seen the piano next to someone, so I don't know what size it is. The only thing that I really have an issue with is I thought Sesame Street was going to be revealed first, but it was the piano. So I was really looking forward to seeing Sesame Street, and now I'm worried. I was like, okay, $350, that's a solid size for Sesame Street. But now I'm worried they're going to make it like a $50 to $100 set and just not have the full build that the designer produced.
Yeah. Lex, you've just made me actually think of an interesting point. Do people that build cities, and hopefully one day I'll be one of them, do they actually name their streets? Like, if I bought Sesame Street and I could fit it into a city, I would say, right, over here is Sesame Street. And it's not just consisting of one building, it'll be several other buildings. Is that a thing, folks? Do you guys and girls out there that have Lego cities, do you name your streets?
I haven't seen that done, but that's something I was thinking of doing. Because right now I just have 4 modulars, but it's eventually going to turn into a city. But I was thinking of doing something like that just because I feel like that'd be fun to make it.
Yeah.
To make a city, might as well characterize it. And
absolutely. And mine will be like, I'll have, Westminster or something like that. Because that's where I was born, in Westminster. So, that'd be a nice area to, like Whitehall, which is the name of a famous road. That's where I was born. So, I might call it that or something like that. Or, do you know what? Here's the thing that we've got. I don't know if you've got it in America. I should ask my brother really. But we have every Christmas right? Si will know what I mean, and Darren and Matt will know what I mean. But every Christmas in the UK, we always buy boxes and boxes of Quality Street. Do you get that? Yeah. Now, down the road from me, folks, I'm not joking. 10 minutes down the road, right, there is a street called Quality Street.
Never knew that.
Yeah, and honestly, and it's got loads of lovely little cottages along it, and it's a fabulous name for a place. But do you have Quality Street in America, Lex?
I don't know. Do you, CC?
Quality Street? No, I've never heard of anything like that.
It must be a UK kind of European thing.
Well, that surprises me because obviously Cadbury's is now owned by Kraft, which is obviously a big American fake cheese company. So that really surprises me.
I think they're Roundtree. Are they Roundtree or Mars or somebody? I don't think they're not Cadbury.
I know Quality Street is Nestles, isn't it?
Nestle.
Oh, yeah, Nestle.
Yes. No, yeah, got it wrong. No, it's Roses and Cadbury's, isn't it? It's Roses.
Yeah. And I think Nestle was kind of like a Switzerland company or something like that.
Yeah.
The Christmas is brilliant for that. Like you get like your boxes of roses and your Quality Street, and what's the other one? Heroes and Celebrations.
Yeah, I love Celebrations.
Oh my
that's
God.
cool. That's really cool. Well, I think, talking of quality, talking of celebrations, I think that's a nice place to kind of park the stream, folks. I really do. I think it's been a lovely stream tonight, albeit it's absolutely baking still. Honestly, folks, look, can you see how, look at the shine in my hair. How my hair has stayed in one place and not gone bouffant like that, I don't know. But anyway, it's almost unnatural. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to everyone in the panel, everyone in the stream. But before obviously we go, let's go around the panel and see what's kind of coming up from people in their channel in the next week or so, or if they've just dropped something on YouTube. I think where should I go first? Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it slightly different tonight. I'm going to go the other way. Let's go down. Solo Brick Builder. I believe after this stream, you've got a new video coming out.
There is a brand spanking new video coming up. That's that thing. So as soon as Greg hits the end button, I'll be hitting the live button on that bad boy. And yeah, believe me, there's a part on there that I almost wept and cried on, but trust me, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. And then yeah, Sunday, hopefully if I actually get my self in gear, then that'll be coming out on Sunday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what people think of the see if people agree with me about the 8080 as well. I really do, because I love it.
Very nice. All right, I'm liking that. Okay, moving along, we'll shift along to the right. The wonderful CC. What have we got coming up from you, CC?
Well, this morning I just dropped the review of the Iron Man mosaic.
Ah, fab.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
so that was nice, and I'm not really sure what else. Definitely some more reviews, and hopefully I can get this NES done and get a review out on that.
Well, I'll be looking forward to seeing that because I've not actually reviewed it yet. I probably will review mine after I've reviewed my. Well, I don't know if I'll even review it. I don't know what to do with it. I can't do a speed build for the Mario starter set. My God, that'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? I don't know. If anyone can do it, I can do it, especially the speed I build at, folks. But I don't know. I'll do something with Mario, and then I want to do the combination of what they're like together, or something like that. But yeah, and then like Darren, I'll be doing something 5.0 birthday. So going along at the bottom, in the bottom right-hand corner, of course, we've got Matt Elder. Matt, what are you going to be up to, or what are you doing, or what's just happened?
We've got tomorrow night, usual time at 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. USA, doing the You Say I Draw session. So come along, you say what to draw and be doing that. Sai is going to be co-hosting with me, so he chose the topic, and the topic is going to be TV shows or series. So we'll be doing that I'll be going off to been doing the castles around London, just seeing what they're like with COVID and everything like that. I mean, seriously, if anybody's in London and you haven't been to Hampton Court, definitely go check that out. There's nobody at these places. So I'll be doing Tower of London in the next couple of days, and then next Thursday going to be actually staying at Leeds Castle. So that should be good.
Nice.
And yeah, and away we go.
Oh, okay, good stuff. I like that. Tower of London. I actually walk past that probably about 4 times a day. I do. The Tower of London. You come out of London Bridge, folks, London Bridge Station, and you turn left for up Tooley Street for London Bridge, of course, which is where I kind of hang out. If you want to call it that. I call it slogging my guts out, but that's another thing altogether. And then the other way is Tower Bridge, which is an absolutely beautiful place. It's absolutely wonderful. It's like much better living than London. But yeah, no, that sounds fantastic, Matt. So enjoy them. Look forward to seeing that. Not Hampton Court. Actually, Hampton Court is a place I would definitely recommend you go. That's a lovely place, that is, Hampton Court. But yeah, the Hever Castle is a place I quite often go to. I've been to loads of weddings there as well. It's fantastic. And Anne Boleyn even used to live there as well at one time, folks. She was an interesting character, especially her husband. Whew, tell you, don't want to mess with him. But anyway, let's go slightly north. Let's go up to Sky. Sky, what are you doing? What have you been up to? What's happening? You know, all that jazz, my friend.
Well, first of all, I want to say I love London. What a great city. It's amazing. Everyone should go to London, visit when all this weird stuff stops. And if you're going there, wash your hands, put a face mask on. I have review of Mario to do. Mario stuff to do. I'm going to try something. I haven't uploaded for 2 days because I was just taking a bit of a rest, but I'm going to try and put 2 videos up a day for the next week or 2. So I'm crazy. I've got loads of sets to review. So Mario, Star Wars, the New Hall, and Hidden Side. And then there's some other little things I'm thinking of. Back to kind of crazy days, but yes, so check it out.
Wow. Blimey, you zoom through there, blimey, like a pro side.
You have to put it on rewind now.
Okay, so moving along, it's getting nearer and nearer to me, it is, folks. Lex, well, what are you up to? I think you've just brought out a video, have you not?
Yeah, I've still been putting out videos Monday through Friday. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll be reviewing it, and I have a good idea on how to start that review, so I do recommend you guys check it out. It should be in a week or 2. I'm streaming next Saturday, so a week from tomorrow. I'm not streaming on Tuesday like I usually do, and I'm streaming at 3 or 4 Eastern, so that's 8 or 9 UK time. So hopefully it's easier for you guys to make. And that's really all I've got planned.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, that's all. That's loads, that is. So yeah, and then there's just me at the end of the panel, folks. So yeah, coming up from London Bridge Bricks, next week there'll be another Popping Poly bag. That's proving to be quite popular. That is. I can't believe no one's ever used the name Popping Poly bag before. I did a search on Google on that the other day, and it come up with me. No one's ever used it before. But anyway, so I'm quite happy about that. I've been very original for once. And so there'll be another Popping Poly bag. There's absolutely magazines like you wouldn't believe coming out at the moment, folks, as well. I think, Matt, you might know this, but this time of year, with all the new wave of Lego sets coming out, they seem to bring out all these Lego magazine special sets as well, these special magazines. So I'm going to be reviewing them. I put out on my Instagram the other day, I put a choice. Should I do the Batman stroke superheroes magazine next week, or should I do the I forget the other one, wasn't it? I think the other one was another Ninjago one. So that'll be coming out in 2 weeks, but next week will be a Ninjago. Oh, funny enough, actually, the poly bag for next week will also be a Ninjago as well. But there will be through massive demand. I say that in the most tongue-in-cheek way, folks. But I suppose there will be a review for that. And if I've got time, I'll get a speed build done on a set that I blooming well done weeks and weeks ago. So at that time, I knocked that one out of the bag. So yeah, that'll be what's coming up from London Bridge Bricks. But as always, folks, it's not about me. It's about my good friends panel in the panel tonight. please do check out their YouTube channels. All their details can be found down in the descriptions below. And everybody, other than Lex, I believe, everybody you'll find on social media. You'll certainly find Sai, Family Bricks, Solo, and myself on Twitter. Everybody else is pretty much on Instagram. Lex, you're not on Instagram. Are you on Twitter by any chance?
Nope, none of them. Maybe soon. We'll see. I think it could be good to promote my channel, but not yet.
Well, that's what I do, mate. You'll see me doing all sorts of strange videos with the camera sort of doing this and it's London Bridge Bricks here, all this sort of stuff, and in the most strangest of places as well. But in due course, folks, Lex will be doing his own social media stuff. He will be all in good time. But yeah, as always, folks, check out the panel because these are all good, great people, and they wouldn't be here. For the fact that they're so good. But anyway, it's not just about them. It's not just about me. It's all about you good folks out there, out in the chat tonight. And I just want to say thank you to everybody out there. I mean, honestly, guys and girls out there, I am absolutely blessed. There's loads of YouTubers out there tonight. And I think for a little YouTube, I think we've pretty much held our own tonight. But yeah, as always, folks, thank you to everybody out there in the chat. Thank you to Brett Builds. He's been here since the beginning. Lorraine Fox, you'll be blimey, you've been here since literally the top of the show. So thank you for that. Take Heart Studios, he's been here as well a long time. We've got Brick Explorers, Alex Grotux or something like that. His name was. I forget exactly how to pronounce his name, but anyway, Grovites. That's it. Yeah, Alex Grovites. That was his name. He was a good guy. I enjoyed having him here. Alex McBrick as well. We've got Brixis, Titanium J52. We've got the Woodchop teacher as well. A tease for life. She's always here. She's fabulous. She is, folks. And Tech Productions, Lego Fan UK. I saw him pop in a little bit earlier on. And of course, the Brick Sloth. So anyway, as always, folks, stay calm, stay clean, keep building. And Lego is an absolute wonderful thing. It really is. And always, folks, you and every single one of you lovely boys and girls out there are too. Take care. Have a great weekend. And don't forget your sun cream, everybody.